right. Come and join us live. Post to Discord. Come and join us for memes and hilarity. And insanity. And everything in between. I don't like the way how this is looking right now. I do just want to say that. Let's put the builds info right here. Let's do that. Yeah. Let's put the build info. How are you feeling about the 3.9 Atlas? Playing Necromancer, summoning Cyclone. There we go. Oh no, use an outline on the text. Use an outline on the text. No! Text always looks better when it's got a thick outline around it. Don't you agree? I think so. Needs to be a much thicker outline. At least 10. At least thickness of 10. There we go. Excellent. Excellent. That looks better-ish. Hey, what's up, Jazz? Welcome, welcome. Looks better-ish. Doesn't look great, but that's just because I'm on here. Alright. So what did I miss? What did I miss since the last time I was on here? So I guess we should start off with some upgrades, or some updates. So first off, this is my character Innocence Golden Arse, which is of course a reference to Kirak. And the glorious introduction that we get to our newest NPC for the Atlas. What's up, Noobs for Life? Welcome. So this is our level 67 witch that I have been working on a bit this week as I've had time in between trades. My Essence Rain Contagion guy is still going well. We are sitting currently on 2 different mirrors of Calandra. We're making some more. And we're making some more flips. That's all for the guild, though. That's not me personally. This is me personally. I still have 8 Chaos left. I've only dropped a single Exalted Orb this entire league. 1 Exalt. And that 1 Exalt went into purchasing this thing. The Cracian's Carapace. Which is a very, very nice item. I like it. It's doing wonders for me so far. First off, I can't bleed. Second off, I get a bunch of crab barriers, so I'm just doing the crab dance all the time. I get level 20 aspect of the crab, which gives you another 10 crab barriers, and for every crab barrier that you have, you get 2% physical mitigation. So, where is it? Where's the skill? I had the skill somewhere here. Here we go. So, while active, periodically adds crab barriers, which I believe is every half second that you have not taken damage. And for each crab barrier that you have, all crab barriers will lost when you take physical damage from a hit, but it's 2% additional physical damage reduction per crab barrier. And I can have up to 15 right now. Now, if I wanted to really max this out for this particular skill, I could certainly go out and grab more. I don't think I will. This build is using Cyclone, and we are using a Claw. Claws give a bunch of life on hit, so the only stats that I care about on here are increased attack speed. If it had resistances on it, then I suppose I could use this as a mechanism for, or as a stat line, as a inventory slot for grabbing resistances. But really, it's just here for life gained on hit. If I wanted to dual wield, I suppose I could, but this slot, which is a shield presently, is actually going to change into, where is it, this item, which is On's Heritage, which there's a whole bunch of people who are using this in hardcore right now. It gives you +3 to all maximum resistances while you have no endurance charges, and you also get Onslaught while you're at maximum endurance charges. So, If you can make it so that way you have no endurance charges whatsoever, if your maximum endurance charges are 0, then while you have 0 endurance charges, you count as being at your maximum endurance charges. So you get +3 to maximum all resist on top of having onslaught, which means you go a lot faster. Other than that, you lose some, maximum chance to block attack damage? And then it's got some decent armor on it. It's not great, but it's decent. So we're going to slot this in here once we get our next jewel, which we need a jewel here called, where is it? I believe it's just called Pacifism, right? I think is what it's called. Oh, that's no good. Don't drop and drag my start bar. My boomer is showing. My terrible mechanics are showing. How embarrassing. As though you all weren't already aware. Okay, so let's find Pacifism, which this one should give -1 to maximum frenzy. What is it that's -1 to maximum endurance charges? I forget what it's called. Endurance charge POE. I forget what this is called. Charge generation, scaling per endurance charge, maximum endurance charge, fragility. Here we go. That's what it's called, not pacifism. Fragility. So let's grab the fragility crimson jewel. Hey, look at that. It's a 1 elk thing. Oh, that guy's AFK, of course. Silly me. Let's see who's actually here. Are you actually here? Are you actually here? We're just going to keep messaging people. Are you actually here? Oh, somebody's actually here. Alright, that's good news. And then we come over here, grab a chaos, and then we'll slot this in. And then we will have minus to maximum endurance charges is what we will go for. It'll be good. I'm actually really proud of the helmet that I got on this character. It's kind of shocking to me. Alright, so right now my maximum endurance charges are 3. Right, do I need 2 of these? Or just the 1? I think I just need 1, right? What am I doing here? I'm not thinking of something. I'm missing something that is build enabling. After we get this shield set up, then we're going to go do the lab. Well, I've already done most of my lab. Here's my passive tree, by the way. This is what we're looking at for the passive tree. I think I should get a second one of these. Right? I think I should get a second fragility, so that way my maximum endurance charges is 0. I think that's the way to do it. It's been a long time since I played one of these builds. I think the last time I played Non's Heritage build, it was legitimately when it came out. I think. Oh no! Where did you go? You keep changing where you're at. I can't keep up with you. I think this was another C, right? This is the really lazy way to go about this. Don't tell me. Don't tell me it's true that you won't trade me. Come on, Germ, the Oro dancer. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let's swap out On's Heritage. Well, I actually need to... I only have a few jewelers. Oh, that's perfect. Can I have a blue, please? Just a blue? There we go. That's perfect. What was on here? Flame Dash. Okay, now I don't have enough decks, so I'm going to need to craft some decks. That's fine. I think I've got a rare slot. Yeah, I've got a rare slot. Oh, I was going to show you guys my helmet. My helmet is something I'm very happy for. Hey, what's up, Beckett? Yes, this is why. This is why. Tell me why. Tell me why. Here's my helmet, by the way. +2 to level of socketed minion gems. And then it's got some strength and some armor. Blah. But then it's got 100 life on it. And then check that out. It still has 2 suffix modifiers that I can add to that thing. So I am quite happy with that. And I got that for 4C. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that. Alright, let's grab the helmet. Throw some dexterity on there. So that way I can actually use my gems again. What's my belt looking like right now? Not great. What about upgrading my belt? Oh my goodness, look at my lightning resistance. 22. Yeah, that's pathetic. Alright, let's refund one of these 5%ers, so that way we can grab another one of these. Oh, right, I have to actually... There we go. I have to actually allocate the passive before I can drop in the endurance charge. What a shock. Okay, so... I'm definitely going to need some better resistances on my rings. These were literally just the rings that I got for rewards in-game. It's absolutely terrible. Momo says Exalt slammed that helm. Yeah, if I had any of my own personal Exalts, I might, but take a look. This is what my bank looks like right now. This is what our guild bank looks like that we've been trading with. Looks good, right? 2 mirrors. But this is what my guild bank, or my personal bank, looks like. Not real great. Not great at all. So we're going to want to slot another one of these later, once we get enough passives for it. This shield is good enough to go in our character swap tab, because I may use that again. The belt's actually got 2 resistance on it. This ring has 0 resistances on it. If I take this off, do I lose any stats? No. Okay, let's go get a ring. Where's my trade screen? Let's go get a ring, right? A ring that actually has some stats on it. Let's put some life. Let's put some lightning resistance, is much more important on this. And then... if there's chaos resistance on here, that would be nice. Chaos resistance, some chaos resistance. Let's see. Let's look for pseudo life. Let's look for like 60. And then let's look for top tier lightning resist. 2x. Okay, well, that's out of our budget. 1C. Aha. Here's one that's only 1C. It's got some dex on it. Worst life, but it's got dex on it. I think I actually want this one. It's got 3 suffixes, 1 prefix, so that's got open prefixes on it. Let's do that. Do I have 1 chaos still? Do I have a single... I've got 6 chaos. Look at this. I'm a rich guy. Let's go spend our 6 chaos. I am such a rich guy. I am such... just a high roller. It is a Friday night here in the States, and I am one of the highest rollers there is. This is just great. Look at that. For a single chaos, our resistances went from terrible to still bad, but not terrible. So that's good news. Let's look and see. Whoops. What am I doing? Went from... I'm making mistakes. That's what I'm doing. Whew. Jazz says, I have a question for you, if you don't mind. Been having a lot of trouble this league. Maybe you or chat can help. Yeah, Jess. Throw it into chat. Throw it into chat. Welcome to Ace and Gab and Ketchup. I'm so sorry. For some reason, my chat bugged out, so I missed some of y'all's messages, but now I can see them. Okay, so let's throw that in our 1 Chaos tab. Should we upgrade this ring too? I lose some decks. I lose some of my decks if I do this. Some of my dex requirements. This belt is pretty awful. It's got fire and lightning, but both of them are not good rolls. Let's take a look if we can upgrade that for a chaos. Let's go to. I suppose I could have bought both of those rings, right? Just gotten really greedy with it. That's actually decent. Let's say a minimum of 15 lightning, 10 chaos, and 20 cold. See what's the cheapest. Still under one. Still 1 chaos. Are there any that would have decks on there? No, probably not. This one's got some armor on it as well. It's kind of nice. I don't need the stun and block recovery because we don't care about stuns. Ace, hey, can I donate some items to you? I got some spare rares I don't need. No, thank you though. Not at the moment. You can list them and I might buy them from you, but I prefer not to accept donations. It just gets slimy. People start throwing poo on the walls and pretending to be monkeys when people begin accepting donations. It never ends pretty. This one is got 21, 16, 26, but it's an ES bad base. I think I like this one. This has got 99 max life on it though. That's a lot of life for 1 chaos. And each of the resistances is above 20. I don't need the stun. The stun, though. That's what's a bummer. It's too bad that's not on the Stygian Vise. That's really what I should be looking up. I should just be looking up Stygian Vises that have these stats. All of a sudden, everything's going to go up to like 3x. Yeah, 1.5x. Any other Stygians on here? 2x. Yeah. To fit that little abyssal jewel in. Oh, here's one for 25. That's not too bad. It's still out of my price range, but at the moment. Here's one for 40x. Yeah, somebody's definitely going to buy that, buddy. Not me. Not when I can buy something for 1C. I think that's what I'm going to do. We're just going to buy this 1C. We're going to see if this guy's there, and we're going to be happy with it. Hopefully the API is not too slow right now. Take stuff from Guild Stash. It's up for everyone in Guild. Yeah, the stuff in Guild Stash is. But at the moment, I don't think there's anything in here that would be good for me. So that's an excellent suggestion, but none of this stuff would be good for me at the moment. We're looking for a belt upgrade. Which, I mean, this was an upgrade from this. This is what I used on my first character, on my Ascendancy character. It got me all the way from like Act 2 to Act 9. But I'm liking the way how this build is coming together. We're high enough level we can use Ons, we can use the Cracian's Carapace. Oh yeah, these boots are really great. These boots are, I think, almost build enabling. So the fact that you can get Fortify as a socketed, like supported socketed gems are supported by Fortify. This makes this a 5-link, which means that my Cyclone casts Desecrate, cast while channeling, and Flesh Offering, and it interacts between the two. And eventually, once I get my next Ascendancy, My next Ascendancy is going to be Mistress of Sacrifice, which says your offering skills also affect you. So we're going to swap over to our Spirit Offering, which is going to give, well, just a whole bunch of maximum life as energy shield. So that'll be really nice. Just another layer of defenses. Because even though this is softcore, I don't like dying. I don't like losing XP. It's never fun. It's not something I enjoy. Okay, this guy seems like he's not there. So maybe he's price fixing. Maybe he's just hanging out. Who knows? But he's not responding. This guy's got this listed for 2 days for 0 chaos. It's most likely a price fixer. Increase cast speed during any flask effect. I don't need cast speed. I guess cast speed affects affects my flame dash. That's got 33 cold resist on it and a whole bunch of armor. And it's got some strength on it too. It doesn't have the dex, which I need the dex from this ring. I'm sure I can get a rare ring with a couple of resistances on it. See if he messages us back. Start messaging these people who say 1x and just ask them for 1c? Yeah. That would be a pretty scumbaggy thing to do. Let's do this. Let's research this and let's show filters of 2 chaos. Maximum 2 chaos. Boom. Go. 16 results. Alright. Somebody start trading with me. This is the guy that we just messaged, right? Yellow 2? Yeah, that's the guy that we just messaged. Who's the next guy that we're going to message? Alright, this guy. Dibner B. Welcome you. Oh, Yellow 2 is there! We got so lucky. Just as we're about to message the next guy. That's great. That is super fantastic. We got real lucky there. Alright, with the cold resistances, we should be nearly capped. Ace asks, hey, is there anything special with the rares that the Conquerors drop? Like any sort of special rolls? Influenced items. I've got a whole bunch of different specific rolls that they can hit. Alright, so that really helps our defenses. Yeah, we're up to 3,600 life. The only thing that's not capped now is fire. What are my charges at? My charges are still at 0-1, so I'm going to need to respec that, those other couple points. So let's respec this, because we're going to get these. So respec this, give me these 2 right here. And then for now, while we're playing with the On's Heritage, we can be at just 0 or maximum endurance charges. There we go. Alright, that should help with our movement speed then. Movement speed modifier is 27%. Yeah, look at that. See, it's counting as a as the onslaught for the buff because we're at maximum endurance charges. And then what else did we need to do? We need to set our auras. Anything else that I want? Probably want some zombies. Whoops! Don't pop them. It's always a fun mistake when you accidentally flash offering on top of your desecrated corpse that you needed. Oops. Okay, what else do we want? We want some specters. I'm actually probably going to go get some specters from the southern forests. Get some frenzy monkeys. Some host chieftains. Anything else that I was going to get? I've got 4 chaos that I can upgrade still. Character swaps. 4 chaos. We could still do a better ring than this. This ring has got no life on it. It's got 16 and 16 to cold and lightning, which I believe I actually do need both of those though. Yeah, I'm not really overcapped. So let's change this up to a ring rather than chaos resistance and cold resistance. Let's do fire resistance, and then let's do all resistance. Make that explicit. Make this explicit for fire. Let's put this on a ring and let's see what we get. A gazillion hits. Okay, great. Let's do a minimum of 12 to all. Oh, I didn't make fire explicit. That's why. Fire resistance. There we go, explicit. Let's make this 20, because that'll give me 32 additional fire resistance. What's got the maximum life for 2 chaos? It's got max mana. This has got cold resistance on it. I think this one's going to win. Oh, this one's got dex! This one's got dexterity on it. This one also has dexterity on it. Oh, that's close. This one's got a socket. Can't craft onto this one. This is just a terrible dex roll. But it's a dex roll nonetheless. Let's see if I pull this off. If I take this off, it's 87 dex and I'm at 75. So 16 dex, that should be fine. Right? That's literally just enough. Jazz says, I consider myself a decent player. Well, that's good. I consider you a decent player then too. Was this 1C? Oh, it was 1C. But my problem is, in short, I constantly reroll. I make it through a few acts, and then reroll. What I really want is to get into maps and min-max a build. I feel like I constantly play a build, level it a bit, and maybe die or I won't feel great, and I blame it on the build rather than the fact that it's just leveling pains or just poor play. Yeah, there is a big difference between having a build fully come together and fully realized in all of its various components, acting as a unit. There's a definite distinction in that. Alright, so now we're 80 on fire. We're still below on cold and lightning. Which means, in theory, we can come craft. Can we craft all resistance on this thing? Oh no! Because it's already got triple suffix. This bad boy, what can I craft on this? Nothing? I can craft a prefix, but I can't craft life. Okay, well, we can craft some energy shield on here. That's cute. Okay, this has already got cold resistance, that's good. This has got an open suffix. Okay, so let's do cold and lightning. And let's take a look. And that is how you get your resistances to capped. Although it's not overcapped for elemental weakness, but it'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Okay, now I gotta resummon everything. Put this back on the character swaps. I'm very aware of how to fix my problem. I mean, just commit to a build, right? It's that easy. But why is it so hard for me? I'm the same way, Jazz. Like, I play a lot of different builds. I don't have a level 100 character because I play a lot of different builds. Like, I've got a couple of characters in the low to mid 90s. But I'm not sure. For me, that'll probably be a goal in 2020. To actually have a level 100 character, because I just very rarely want to push a build that far. At the moment that I stop enjoying a build, I'm going to stop playing it. You know, it's as simple as that. Oh, I still have passives, don't I? That's right, because I haven't killed Kitava yet. Okay, so we're going to do the lab, then we're going to go kill Kitava. Then we're going to go back and find our passives, then we can map. Okay. That sounds like a plan. Does that sound like a plan to you guys? It sounds like a plan to me. Let's go to the Southern Forest. Who cares about curses? Get a warding flask? Yeah, that's true. Curses are not too much of a concern. Elemental weakness, though, can be annoying when you start ripping maps to it, or you just feel like you're ripping maps to it. Alright, what do I want to do here? I want to take out Castfall Channeling, and then I want to move Desecrate. Where's my monkeys? Where's my monkeys? Where are my monkeys at? There he is. There's my monkey. Where's my other monkey at? Where's my monkey at? Whoops, I scrolled over him. I accidentally scrolled over him. Where's my monkeys at? Monkeys! Now, if you guys think this is bad, you ain't seen nothing yet. We used to have to do this every single time you logged in. Nowadays, you only have to do it if they die or if you change your gear. There he is. He's right there. Why can't I scroll on him? Let me scroll on him. He's right. He's right. He's right. He's right there. There we go. Alright, so now we got 2 Host Chieftains. Let's go to the Aspirants Plaza. And let's go try to take down Izaro. Let's kill this window. We're done upgrading this character for now. I could be using Shield Charge, I suppose. But that's not how we're applying... it's not how I'm choosing to apply Fortify. At some point I need to 6-link something. Whether it's 6-link a 2-hander and just fully commit to being softcore. Say whatever, I'm a summoner, I'm gonna die. It's okay. Or I need to fully embrace that I'm just gonna push this character as hard as I can, for as long as I can, for as much as I can. Which means going as defensive as I can. So that way we don't lose XP. Even if we're in a softcore zone. Whoop! Whoop! Okay, let's talk about losing XP while I run over traps and die. That'd be pretty cute, right? Whoops. Let me flame dash. Feel like that Eric Andre meme. Let me in! Whenever I come across the golden key. Just like, I don't want to go back and get that golden key. You should just let me in. Alright. Which way should I go here? Let's go left. Let's try it. Whatever. Left feels right, if you know what I'm saying. The domain path. CF Worthy says, hey, love your content. Why, thank you so much, CF Worthy. How did you change the cursor? This is a program called YOLO Mouse. It is totally legit with the terms of service. It's totally in line with the terms of service for Path of Exile. You will hopefully never see me violating the terms of service because I really enjoy Path of Exile and I'd rather not get banned. So anything you see me recommending, whether that's on stream or in a video, is going to be consistent with approved terms of service. All it does is it just is an overlay for your mouse cursor, so that way you can actually see your mouse cursor. Which I already have problems with my eyes. This week I went to my optometrist and got hopefully some better reading glasses on the way. That'll help. But when I'm playing a summoner, sometimes I lose exactly what I'm looking at. With so much stuff on the screen. Now I've got Fortify, so Argus shouldn't hurt me, right? Right? That's funny, right? Argus shouldn't hurt me, and then he just slams me and I'm dead. That'd be pretty great. I got kind of lucky. I haven't looked at POE Lab today to know which direction to go, or what the lab layout is, so kind of got lucky there. When in doubt, though, go top right. When in doubt. When playing Path of Exile, and you are in doubt, go top right when you are in the lab. It's like 90% of the time, top right. CF Worthy says, thanks. I always seem to lose the mouse, especially with the Metamorph content. Yeah, I do as well. As soon as Metamorph hit and dropped, I was like, alright, well, this is going to be a league where I'm going to need to figure something out with my cursor. So I have no idea what I'm doing. Or where my Essence Trainer Contagion is actually being aimed at. So last weekend I leveled up my first character, Essence Train Contagion, for 3.9. I love the character. I'm enjoying it. But I was having fun with the new Atlas, but I also wanted to play a Necro. because last league, for those of you who are veterans, you're probably familiar. Last league, I played a Juggernaut Summoner because I was playing hardcore. So I played a Summoner because I love Summoners, but I wanted to do something different. And because I was in hardcore, I was like, you know, Juggernaut's really good. And since minions are getting a buff, why not just do Juggernaut Summoner? Juggernaut's really good for hardcore. Summoner's really good for DPS. Why not just do that? So, despite the fact that some minions have gotten a little bit of a nerf, a little bit of a tweak, I'm trying them out here with the Necromancer Ascendancy and seeing exactly how extensive that tweak is. And so far, it's been good. I think so far, pretty much blow up most stuff as you're running by it. But no, I have not gotten any of the new rares yet. We as a guild decided not to invest in them early, because when there's new currency like that, you never know, like on day 1 or day 2 or whatever day it is that the first one shows up, you never know what the drop table is going to look like, so you never know how prevalent it's going to be. So sure, you can buy into the market really early, but the first people generally finding new currency, you know, way overvalue it and way overprice it. And then somebody else comes along and isn't going to want to buy it at that, purchase it at that level with limited knowledge and limited amounts in the market. So what ends up happening is you get a whole bunch of people who are all sitting around, you know, in a circle, as it were, in a digital circle. All of us are sitting around looking at our computers, going, "Huh, I wonder who's actually going to buy that new currency for the 10x or 15x or 70x price of that new currency." The same thing happened, during Harbinger. Same thing happened during, when did Ancient Orbs come out? That was Harbinger as well. But the same thing happens every single league when there's a new currency that comes out, right? There were some people that were selling the bestiary orbs that Einhar sells in the Menagerie for a Chaos. There were some people on day 1 when those came out that were selling those for Exalteds. Like, just because there's probably some player who has no idea how to access them and may accidentally actually trade that for an Exalt. So I can understand why people price that stuff at that price, because they obviously are hoping somebody makes a mistake and buys it at that price, but it's an incredibly high risk early on that's simply more often than not a justified risk, at least in my trade experience here in PoE. Alright, so we should be getting close here to the third encounter with Azaro, which will then give us offering effects will also affect us, which is great. We can use Spirit Offering. I'm not quite 4k HP, so that's a little nerve-wracking going into an Azaro fight. I guess this is an Uber, but, and I'm res capped, right? I'm res capped. I've got 80-90% physical mitigation when I've got full crabs up, so just don't stand in the traps, right? Just don't stand in traps, don't stand in poison, should be fine. Get my Fortify down. There we go. Oh, look at that, a life sprig. That'll be great for when I level up. That's fun. Alright, looks like we got a whole bunch of junk, which is great, because I need junk right now. I don't have all of my various items actually qualitied yet. Alright, let's put this on our helm. War Banner has 25% increased aura effect. I think War Banner is the one... no, I think Dread Banner is the one that you actually use with minions. I think I got that wrong. Alright, so here's the moment of truth. Do I want to go Bone Barrier for additional physical damage reduction and increased life rate and energy shield, and minions have more life? Or do I want to go with the Mistress of Sacrifice? I think I just want to go Mistress right now. I can do Uber and go, probably not Commander of Darkness. Well, if I go Essence Glutton, since I'm desecrating and popping corpses so quickly, I would regenerate a whole bunch of mana and energy shield. But I'm not an ES build. Yeah, that's way better for the Wagon Witch, the Poet's Pen build. Plaguebringer would be no good. I guess actually that wouldn't be so bad, because again, Desecrate is spawning corpses. And it's a more multiplier. That's actually a tough question between Bone Barrier, Plaguebringer, for Uber Elder. There's just too many good options, right? Alright, so now we can swap. Where is Flesh Offering? Spirit Offering. Oh, I wasn't even using Castle Channeling. That's great. So I wasn't even getting it anyway. Alright, so Flesh Offering for Spirit Offering. Wow. I must be really out of it. McLean Harris says he's got 3,700 effective HP and doing tier 16s. That's great. That's fantastic. Tier 16s? How often do you die? That's the next question, right? Alright, so now we can go kill Kitava. Level 67. Kill Kitava and then run back through passives. Get some more passives updated. And then other than that, on to maps. Start fighting some conquerors with our wonderful zombies and skeletons. Anyone want an Exalted Orb for 106C? No, I'm buying at 100 right now, actually. Sorry, mate. I think I'm buying at 100 and selling at 110 right now. It's just ridiculous. The weekend always brings very, very interesting changes to the economy. Which right now it seems like regular Exalted Orbs are a little bit trending down over this weekend. Just a little bit, though. Not very often, huh? With 3,700 HP. I guess if you're off-screening everything, right? It's kind of like the old Magic Find builds. If you're off-screening everything, then nothing is going to be alive to touch you anyway, so... Uh-oh. This one actually needs skeletons to kill. Whoa, hey now, computer. What are we doing? Whew. My computer had a little hiccup there. I love me some Deathmark, by the way. I think that might actually be... Deathmark or Frenzy, I think, were my favorite utility skills that came out with the Summoner update. Feeding Frenzy is fantastic. For me, it's a toss-up between the two. Well, our question for the stream tonight is, how are you enjoying... Oh, that's why my computer was hiccuping. It's because there's Syndicate here. That's why. Our question for the night was, how are you enjoying the new Atlas? I am definitely enjoying the new Atlas. I'm not sure yet. Next week I'll probably make a video with some more thoughts on why it is that I'm enjoying the new Atlas. But right now I can't really make up my mind if I'm enjoying the new Atlas because it's new and it's just something different, or if I'm enjoying the new Atlas because I genuinely appreciate the work and the thought gone into it. Okay, so Tane now pops up whenever you actually can create a Metamorph, but that's not always when I actually want to interact with him. By the way, have you guys all found yourselves actually farming like maps until there's just like straight up nothing dead? Because I've definitely found myself doing that more on my Essence Drain guy. I was like, nope, I don't just want to get to less than 50. I want to make sure I've got all of the samples. And then once I have all the samples, then I will fight the Metamorph. Which, by the way, this build for fighting the Metamorphs has been nothing short of great. Granted, it's low level. I mean, we're not in maps yet. We're still in the story. But any content that just allows you to group up your minions on top of them, and then you can apply Deathmark to Metamorph because it's a single target, that's pretty great. My Deathmark is linked with my zombies, by the way, or with my skeletons, by the way, not my zombies, because I really only use it if I actually need to really tone something down, really focus fire something. Other than that, the zombies should pretty much just be killing all this trash as I float by it, just with their levels, gem levels, and minion passive damage from the tree and from the Necromancer. I really also need to upgrade my... Okay, we got all of these. I really also need to upgrade my loot filter, actually, for the second weekend. That's definitely something I should do. Give me Fortify. Give me life gain on hit. Oh, goodness gracious. We got a stacked deck. Nice. And some engineer shards, right? That's nice. God of Bread said, I finally decided on a build! Good, it only took you, what, 15 days? What build did you decide? What was your final decision that gripped you and made you realize this is going to be the build that I am going to play? Was it a build that somebody else featured? Was it a build that maybe you came up with? Or was it a build that somebody else came up with a forum posting or a video that you said, yeah, I'll tweak it a little bit? Angelo asks, how is Necromancer after the 3.9 nerfs? It's fine. Necromancer didn't get nerfed at all. Just zombies. Just the zombies, and granted a few passives. Not passives on the Ascendancy, though. So granted a few passives here or there for movement speed, for minion movement speed. And Feeding Frenzy got nerfed a little bit, but Feeding Frenzy was so strong. Like, if somebody tells you that minions are not good at the moment, they're following a build that doesn't know how to use the minions. Like, minions are just fine right now. For boss killing, they're not going to be the fastest. Right? For map clearing, they're not going to be the fastest, but they're an exceptional hybrid for both of those things. Like, they can map clear as fast as you can mechanically control them, and they will boss pretty much at the same rate. As long as you're keeping, like, your Vol Summon Skellies around for whatever morph you need, you know, whatever morph for boss you need to take out, whether it's a map boss or a Metamorph. They are fantastic. I'm loving the fact that our Metamorph components fly to us now, by the way. That is such a good change. It was actually really kind of turning me off to the whole mechanic. I was like, I just don't want to click on all this stuff. I really don't. Imagine if you were delving and you had to click on every single piece of azurite that you farmed. I wouldn't want to. I would not enjoy that at all. So I'm glad that they put in, I don't know, things that they've learned from this league. Oh, I guess I can kill Kitava. Yeah, I can kill Kitava and then grab his whatever he drops. Let's see what he drops. I'm getting rich crafting astral plates, says Fabian. Yeah, there you go. Zombies are still juicy at high gem levels. Yes, they really are. They're incredibly strong. And the people who say they're not incredibly strong, again, they probably... It's not that they don't know how to make a character. I'm not trying to insult people or go out of my way to say other people are bad at the game. I'm simply saying they're probably not familiar with where summoners have been in the past prior to, like, the buffs in 3.8, and so they don't have an appreciation of, wow, this is where summoners used to be. Are we going to have a death to Kitava? Oh, we just keep making new energy shield. As long as we keep making new energy shield at a faster rate than his damage. Oh, whoa, don't stand there. Do I still have some skeletons out? I didn't even have skeletons out. Wow. Jeez. That's good. Oh, I suppose I should be death marking, right? If I don't have my skeletons out, death mark does absolutely nothing. What passive should we take? I think I actually want to take the mana reservation nodes. I think that's what I want to take next. Alright, he's gonna put his hands down. Yep. Oh, I don't have Fortify up. Hey now. That's not cool, man. Let's get some Fortify up in here. Kitava's Heart. There we go. Did he drop one? Did he drop a Metamorph? Did he do a thing? Tane, come tell me. Did he do a thing? Or did I just miss all the things? I think I missed all the things. Whatever. Let's kill the Metamorph boss. There we go. Vol Summon Skeletons just for good measure. Oh, look! It's Kitava who can move! Yikes! Yo, dog, we heard you like fighting Kitava. So while you were inside Kitava's zone, we decided the Metamorph boss would be a Kitava Metamorph boss. That's fun. Parandus coins, huh? And a Ghastly Eye Jewel. Alright, Sin. Teleport me to the epilogue. The zombies are still incredibly juicy at high gem levels. Yes, they are. Every person, I've tried to go out of my way here this week, every person on every video who has made a comment about, hey, how are summoners, hey, how are necros, hey, how are zombies, anyone that's had just any kind of question, I've really tried to go out of my way to answer everybody this week. So if I've missed one of your comments this week on a video, my apologies. But seriously, they're great. They're great. If they're dying too much or they're not doing enough damage, it's because... It's most likely because... It might not actually be because there is always special circumstance or unforeseen circumstance, but it's most likely because you have not set them up to do whatever it is that you're asking them to do. Okay, what am I missing? I'm missing Marooned Mariner. Alright, let's go to the ship graveyard. Hey, welcome, Mr. C. I was hoping you'd be able to make it. I was actually thinking about you tonight going, hey, we're streaming late enough. Mr. C might be awake for this stream. Might not. I might actually be online when he's online for once. Alright, let's go find... Where is it? Here it is. The shipyard grave. See, wasn't that a lot faster? That was so much faster than me when I'm leveling up. Like, looking around, I only have, like, 1 movement speed flask. Or maybe 2, but I'm not actually stopping to kill stuff to refill it. I don't have a high-level flame dash, so when I make a mistake and go down a dead end, it takes forever to walk back. So many quality-of-life things about pushing to Kitava as quickly as possible and then going back and getting your passives. Or even just pushing to get your Ascendancy as fast as possible and then going back. If your Ascendancy really makes a difference for your build, then it's like, hey, go do that first. Alright, Slave Girl, give us the All-Flame. Yeah, I really need to upgrade my loot filter. The fact that that is still going off, that never sinks, what is this, never sinks 1? Let's go to strict. There we go. Is showing drops in the ship graveyard, that's probably a problem. Probably means that I've got it turned up a little bit too much. Or down, depending on how you want to look at it. Alright, where's Fairgraves? Yo, Fairgraves. Do you have a ship somewhere? I heard you like messages in bottles. Alright, Fairgraves. Here we go. Oh no! You've betrayed me. I wonder if Fairgraves will make an appearance in PoE 2. That'd be interesting. And that's how you die properly, Sailor Boy. Alright, let's go to Lion Eye's Watch. Uh-oh. There we go. I think this character will do relatively well on the new Atlas. I think this and my Essence Drain guy, between the two of them. I'm debating about building a Slayer as well. That's the next thing that I'm debating for my third build of the League. I've actually never built a Slayer, believe it or not. I had like 4 duelists on Standard, and that were all over level 80. And I realized after I deleted a couple of them, I was like, man, I don't have a Slayer. I don't have a Slayer in Standard for recommending builds and for testing things out. Like, what am I doing? I'm not even being helpful to the community. Alright, we need Kitava's Torments. We need Reflection of Terror and Queen of the Sands. Alright, Kitava's Torments. Kitava's Torments, King's Feast. Oh, we gotta kill you too. Yeah, but I don't think that's a passive. It doesn't show up on the passive list, so therefore it's not a passive. So therefore, I don't give a damn. Mr. C says, God, third build. Here I am still on my first. Well, to be fair, my first build's only at like level 80 something, so it's not as though I've min-maxed that build. Far from it. Okay, so we got 4 points left. Let's go here, get that Fortify effect. Let's go here and get this life. Yep, enemies will not be able to leech from me. Let's go get that now. Let's use the refund point. There we go. Because that's more life. That puts us at what, 3,900? 3,900 life. Look at how nice this is. Look at the quality of life of Onslaught. And the quality of life of what? 79, 75? I'm not max fire resistance. I just realized. Are any of these rolls that I can... They're not. Oh, I could re-roll this. I think I could re-roll this as cold and fire. Okay. That's fine then. We'll probably do that once we get that high tier cold and fire resistance rolled. Then we'll be overcapped because that should be... It should be 80% on fire resistance. 80, 79, 79. What's my chaos? My chaos is at 1. I'd like that to go higher. There's so much chaos damage. So much chaos damage this league. CF Worthy says, it was you who motivated me to try a different class each season just for that reason. Nice. Yeah, I like to have one character of each Ascendancy available to test things out. Is this where I'm going? Yeah. The only problem with that in Standard is sometimes I forget which character was being set up for which build. And so that used to happen to me a lot in Standard, and then this year in 2019 I really buckled down. I stripped all of my characters. I organized all of my stuff in my Standard stash tabs. I actually started playing Standard in between each league in a much heavier fashion than I had before. So pretty much the last month of each league, the first 2 months of each league, I'm basically either banking and trading or heavily interacting and playing the game. And then the last month of the league, oftentimes I'll go over to Standard to work on different builds and refresh myself on what's been meta and look over stats. And craft stuff. Testing the craft stuff is really great over in Standard. Delving is also really great over in Standard because it's just a ladder that's going to last forever. So why not build characters to push for it, right? But if you're like some other of folks that I know, I've got some really good friends who just straight up delete their characters at the end of the league because they're never going to mess around in Standard. And for me, I would much rather have those characters available. I've already got the time put in. I might as well keep those characters if I've got the character count available on my account. So I like doing that. Although, of course, I always find myself going back to some of the Ascendancies that I give, preferential treatment towards. Like Necromancers. I'm constantly coming back to Necromancers. It's pretty consistent. Coming back and playing support builds. So, man, do I not have zombies up? I don't have zombies up. I'm like, why am I doing no damage here? Oh, it's because I have no zombies up. That would do it. It's because I logged out. I also don't have Holy Relic. Okay, Holy Relic doesn't persist either. Man, no minions nowadays really persist. Like, just Spectres. Dear Chris Wilson, if we have the technology to make Spectres persist, can we do the same thing for zombies? Hey, good morning, Pavel. Mr. C says, what I did was save my POBs based on the league, and I number each build to go back and reference them. That's a really good organizational system. That's really smart. I just use POB folders, so like I'll name it, Blight League or Metamorph League or whatever, and then try to stack as many as I can in there. I'm actually going to go for this next, for Tireless. I'm going to come up here and go get this reduced mana cost of skills. I think is what I want to grab. I was debating coming up and grabbing, where is it? Yeah, reduced mana reserved. That's the other thing I was debating getting. Just so that way I could run my Crab Aura along with Pride. Does Lonnie actually have something for me? I think this is just a flask, right? Yeah, this is just the Threshold Jewel. That's fine. Alright, so then we said, what was the next passive? Reflection of Terror, and the Gemlin Queen. Okay. So here's this, and Reflection of Terror is right here. Okay, we can go back and do this. Musab asks the question, is this hardcore? The answer is no. I'm not playing hardcore this league. I play hardcore and softcore every other league. So Blight League, I played hardcore. And then Metamorph League, I play softcore. The reason for that is quite simple. It is that... can I not get there from here? No, I think I can over here, right? Because that's the Harbor Bridge if I go right. Here it is. The reason why I bounce in between softcore and hardcore is because I like both leagues. I like both gameplay styles. And typically there's less trading. Man, I'm losing my voice. You want to buy 7 years bad luck for 10 chaos? No. No thanks. Sorry. They are going for 50C. So when I play in softcore, for instance, there's a whole lot more trading that goes on. Just a whole lot more. Whole lot more activity because there's just a whole lot more population in softcore. That's just the reality of it. So when I want to get my economics itch and for 3 months trade and learn a whole bunch of economics and refresh myself on the economy of PoE and how people think and how people trade and how people maneuver and position themselves, then I come play PoE in softcore. When I really want to challenge myself and push myself to be as defensive oriented as I can be and see how far I can push a character without dying, that's when I play hardcore. And so by giving myself a set schedule of bouncing in between the two, I have found that that just works out for me and for my family. Because oftentimes playing if I just played hardcore all the time, that would not be good. Like, I first developed this schedule when my wife and I had our most recent child 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago, and I just realized that I wasn't going to be able to play hardcore as consistently as I used to, because for the most part, when I started playing Path of Exile, I really only played in hardcore and in hardcore trade leagues because we didn't have SSF when I started playing. So learning the game on hardcore and having new children in your house and needing to go help with diapers and with putting babies to sleep, and then having 2 other older kids as well who have got activities and who want to spend time with dad, like, playing hardcore is just not a good idea. At some point you're going to go AFK from your computer. You're going to forget that you AFK'd in a live zone where there's an enemy, and you're going to come back and your character is going to be dead. And you're going to be like, huh, I wonder what killed me. Oh well. So that is why I alternate. That's why I don't just play hardcore anymore. And I don't just play softcore because while I enjoy softcore for the trade and for the economics, I do enjoy the way how hardcore makes you think about the game. It seriously challenges you and changes the way how you think about builds. And I think at some point in 2020, whenever I do our goals video for 2020, that's actually coming up here with the new year. But when we do that discussion, I think one of my goals is actually going to be to play SSF for an entire league. I think that's going to be one of my goals, just because I think it'd be fun. I think if hardcore makes me think about the game in specific ways, but I still have access to trade, then solo self-found is definitely going to help me learn the game better and expand the way I think about the game. So, looking forward to that. Ooh, that damage almost got through my energy shield. Is anything dying here? I can't even see. There we go. Yep, he's dying. Okay, great. Talk to Hargan. Alright, let's go pop this, and then we need to do the Sand Queen. One joke, hardcore players are the vegans of PoE. Yeah? Yeah, I've interacted with some players. When I first started playing PoE without my immediate group of friends who taught me about PoE, when I first started branching out and getting to know other people, other strangers on the internet, as it were, there were some, I'll just say, some interesting divides in chat channels that I was joining and interacting with people, whether that was on Discord or other voice programs. And it was really, really interesting to see the dynamic between players who were trying to learn hardcore, players who were already in hardcore, and players who were in softcore. There was at that point in time when I was playing and branching out and learning and meeting new people, there were some very, very distinct, I want to say, gatekeeping practices on both sides of the community, not just on hardcore players, not just on softcore players, but both sides of the community was very oriented on their own side of the game. And so to interact with people and to see how people interacted with one another was encouraging, to see how people helped one another who they thought were their own kind. So how hardcore players helped other hardcore players and how softcore players helped other softcore players. But there was this massive clash in between the two that I just didn't see as being necessary, because I thought both groups of players could learn a lot from one another. So, for instance, CF Worthy, here you've said the trading community is a lot better. This guy thought I was going to give him 110. Not giving you 110, bud. So, for instance, in hardcore, trade is much, much worse. I'm using air quotes here, so don't hear what I'm not saying. Trade is much worse in that there's fewer players, right? So it's a lot harder to find what you need because there's just a lot fewer items in the economy. Because there's a lot fewer players farming to grab those items in the economy. So that's a bit of a bummer, right? It really is a bit of a bummer that it's slower trade. Playing hardcore synthesis 2 weeks into the league, like I made a couple of those synthesized bows that I was really, really proud of. And then after that, like trading with people wasn't just a hassle to try to get their synthesized items. I mean, like even currency flipping was just virtually non-existent. So on the one hand, trade is worse in that there's less players, but on the other hand, the people who you trade with and who you interact with and who you get to know, it's actually pretty cool, because there will be several moments in hardcore where it's almost like in hardcore there's this unspoken rule that the longer you are alive in one another's hideout, the better that is, because your character's not dead. So some players will trade and they'll stop and they'll have a little bit of a chat. They'll ask how one another's characters are doing. They'll ask what build they're playing. People will walk around your hideout and admire it in hardcore. People will root for one another and say, oh, I played that build 2 leagues ago, I really like it, and hey, here's a pro tip, if you switch this gem with that gem, you know, you'll see some different results, and oh, which passive cluster are you taking, which ascendancies, you know, ordering did you take? Anyway, so you have these, like, sometimes some pretty in-depth conversations with people in hardcore trade. So on the one hand, it's worse as a trading environment because there's less stuff. On the other hand, it's better because you actually interact with people in a much more personal way and personable way. Like you're really truly interacting with another person, rather than in softcore trade league. It's almost like every moment that you're not advancing your character or really pushing hard, you feel like you're losing time. And so people aren't necessarily as polite. People aren't necessarily as excited to see one another. In hardcore trade league, when somebody messages you for, you know, let's say like a 2C trade, you're really excited, and you probably even have a story attached to that item, whether or not it's, you know, an item that you used to level with, or if the story is something as simple as, hey, I found this in a map, and oh yeah, that was 2 maps after my character almost ripped. Right? Like, again, it can be anything from a very extravagant long interaction to a short interaction, and I'm not saying that's going to be every interaction, right? There's a lot of the time you're just trading and saying, TY, stay safe, exile. But there is something to that. In softcore So that's the hardcore side of things, right? In softcore, there's a lot of stuff that hardcore players could learn and enjoy a little bit more. For instance, one thing that softcore players seem to do a lot better is just branch out on their builds. And of course, in hardcore, you don't want to branch out in your builds because you're going to lose your character, right? But what some people don't get is they get bored with their character anyway. So for a lot of us who are altaholics, if you get bored with your character anyway, essentially hardcore allows you to have closure for your character and say, well, I was getting bored with that character anyway, or it wasn't turning out the way how I wanted, or I wasn't finding the items that I wanted. So sure, if you want to see a build fully played to its completion, like the argument that I would make is, sure, go play softcore, or even beyond that, go play standard. If you just want to see what a build looks like in the end, go play standard. Like that's where all the OP items are at. That's where all of your currency goes to at the end of every league. So if you want to learn how to craft, go craft with your money in standard, because you're not really losing anything, right? If that's the way how you view standard, that you're not really losing anything, then that's what you can do. So there is a lot of different bonuses to playing either softcore or hardcore. So that's just some of the reasons why I bounce back and forth between them, and some of the observations that I've had as I've interacted with various community members across the board. So Mr. C says, what I noticed during my hardcore experience was that the community felt a lot more connected. Like in softcore, you can have widely differing experiences of dying, clearing super fast, etc. But in hardcore, when someone rips, it's just F in the chat. Yeah, everyone understands the feeling. Yeah, no, that's a great point, Mr. C. In hardcore, in softcore, it's almost like the number of deaths that you have total, right? Like counting up into the hundreds or thousands is almost like a badge of honor, right? Like, oh, I die on this character all the time and I don't really care about it. Talk to me about how your character dies all the time. And in hardcore, sure, there is a bit of that vegan atmosphere, right? There can be some of that elitist atmosphere of, yes, well, I have 10 characters at level 95 and none of them have ever died. You're a terrible player if you've ever lost a character. So there's a bit of that among some of the members. But conversely, there's also this like, oh, you lost a character today? Dude, I am so sorry. Do you need anything? Like, did you lose your tabula? Do you need a leveling weapon? Like, how can I help? Like, that's just a very different experience. Like, right? In softcore, if somebody dies, it's just like, okay, well, resurrect to the checkpoint and keep going. But in hardcore, there is this very, very visceral, intimate setting where people want to see one another succeed. Unless, of course, it's the racing scene, right? Unless a race is on the line and people are, competing for cash prizes. For the most part, it's pretty cooperative. That being said, don't go over to hardcore and ask somebody for a tabula. Probably get shouted out just like you would, or ignored just like you would in softcore. But it's just a bit of a different ethos over there. So CF Worthy says, as with everything in life, the risk of losing something creates value. Yeah, absolutely. Did I go the wrong direction? I did. I went all the way the wrong direction. Alright, Shakiri. I never really liked your music. I actually like her music in game. I'm referencing a musician, though. I think one of the best quality of life things that they've done over the last year with hideouts, two things would be my highlight. One, they let us move the waypoint, and two, they gave us the music player in hideout. I love that. It's really cool that we have that as an option now. Alright, what was I doing over here? It's probably coming over here. Increase maximum life and less cost of skills? Yeah, let's do that. I may go up and get reduced mana so that way I can run Pride and maybe a banner. Run the Impale banner. That would be nice for my skeletons and zombos. Both of whom are using brutality support, so might as well run the Impale banner. Are you coming, Shakiri? Alright, let's do this. Here we go. Got lots and lots of guys here for you. Aw. She just goes into her second phase. What a silly ninny. I think this might be the smoothest summoner play, by the way, as a leveling experience. This might be the smoothest summoner experience that I've ever had, like for leveling. Super duper easy. 4 Exalted for my 64 annulments. That sounds great. Let's go trade, buddy. Bad memories. Pavel, what do you have bad memories of? Just being in hardcore, or hardcore in general? 4 Exalteds for 64. That should be 16 a pop, right? That's what that sounds like. Good amount of annulments. There we go. And we will sell those for 13 a pop and make 3 annulments per trade. And this is how we get so many annulments. It's great. Where's my dump tab? Where's my dump tab? Here's my dump tab. Dump tab? There we go. My dump tab. I'm going to have to clean out all these dump tabs at some point. I'm sure that would make for thrilling gameplay on stream. G3 Iron organizes a bunch of different dump tabs from all the crap that he's found in the first couple of weeks. That'd be great. Rule number 1. Never show your stash on stream. No one wants to see it. No one cares. Rule number 2. Always organize your dump tabs on stream. Because no one wants to see it. No one cares. Alright, so we are done with our passives. We can now go into some maps. Dan says, why did you switch characters? I still have my ED Contagion character. I've been wanting to play a Necro since Blight. So, this is definitely my, what do you call it? My homage to Summoners and to Necros. I didn't play one during Blight. I was terrified they were going to just get nerfed into the ground. They didn't get nerfed into the ground, and so here we go. Can we do a tier 2 map already? I was going to change something, wasn't I? I was going to change resistances on this belt. That's what I was going to try to do. Resistance. Can we go fire and cold? You do not have sufficient currency. Oh, I need 3 chaos. Okay. Do I have enough for the chaos recipe? I thought I did, but I might not. Oh no, I don't have any boots. Do I have any chaos in my dump tabs? I might not. Oh, there's one. That's the guild bank. That's not my dump tab. I don't have any other chaos, do I? Oh, here we go. I've got a stack of 10 right there. Boom, son. I've got plenty of chaos. Come at me, crafting table. Have at thee. Let's do fire and cold. 17 to 20. Oh, perfect. Got the perfect roll on it. Wait, what? Why did I drop a whole bunch of resistances there? What happened? Oh, it's because it's counting it with Spirit Offering. That's fine. I'm actually okay with that because I have so many resistances based off that for this early. Once I hit like level 80, it might become painful if I die, but in between now and level 80, I should be able to upgrade things like these crappy gloves. Look at these gloves! I think I'm only using these because of the links on them. I think these gloves are actually gloves that I bought because they were, yes, I bought these in like Act 6 or Act 7 because they were linked with the appropriate links and colors. And then I just threw an essence at it. Oh my goodness. Let's get some new gloves, shall we? Come on now, G3 Iron needs some new gloves. Oh, what's this message? What happened? Your thread has new replies. Uh-oh. One more question. What do you put on Animate Guardian? On this build, I'm actually going to need to get back to you on this. But I'm pretty sure I just go with the defensive setup on this one. I think I do Victario's Charity on the boots. Earplug says, thanks very much for the great content on here and on YouTube. I am very new to PoE and I'm really enjoyed it so far. I played for the last few weeks of Blight with an Ice Shot Deadeye. My gear was good on damage but weak on survivability, and it resulted in the game from being very binary for me. Either getting one-shot by everything, or either I one-shot everything or got one-shot myself. This league I chose to play something tankier, and I went with this build and have been very happy so far. I'm entering maps now and have the basic essential gear for the build. My character and the zombies are pretty much invincible. That's great. Look at this. This is a new player. This is a brand new player to Path of Exile who isn't complaining and whining about zombies getting nerfed, but rather realizes they're still ridiculously strong. Zombies are pretty much invincible. The problem I'm having is my specters are getting absolutely destroyed by the near full juice Metamorph bosses. Okay. The specters never survive the Metamorph fights, and I find it extremely annoying having to get them resummoned every time. Is there something I could be doing wrong? Any advice you would have would be much appreciated. Okay, thanks again. Alright, so I'll have to get back to this guy and say Meat Shield and Minion Life. Thanks for the kind words. I would recommend using Meat Shield. Whoops, I can spell shield. Plus Minion Life. And or what's it called now? Elemental Army, PoE Elemental Army now? Isn't that what it's called? Elemental Army support? Yes. Whoops. And or Elemental Army support. Yeah, I can just copy and paste that. If you're at gem level 19 or above on your specters, they should be just fine with the above gems. Occasionally, they may derp into degens, which are quite prevalent during 3.9 Metamorph. This is misspelled. There we go. Prevalent is misspelled. Which is quite prevalent during 3.9 Metamorph. In this scenario, Convocation will do great work in helping to keep your army alive and out of degens. Let me know if you have any further feedback or questions. Cheers. Alright, there we go. So, let's go find new gloves. That's what we're looking for. You are playing a Righteous Fire Mana Guardian? Oh, man. Now that's where it's at. Alright, let's look up let's just look up like total or pseudo life, and then let's look up all elemental resistances on gloves. Because pretty much anything is going to be fine at this point. I mean, look at that. That's great. It's only 35 life, though. Pavel says, do you have a build for this Necro? I don't presently have a build guide built for this yet. I can show you the link that I am following. So once you've played enough Necros, you pretty much can do whatever you want. Once you've played enough Summoners. But this guy's build on PoE Ninja, his name is Necro Metamorph by Robot Maxboy. He's level 97 and he's playing in the SSF Hardcore League right now, and he's level 97. He's still alive, to my knowledge. But I took a look at his build, and I was like, oh, this is sweet. I've actually never used Aspect of the Crowd before. This looks great. So, that is what I decided to go for. Was find out as much as I could about how he was stacking his defenses, and then pursue it as best as I could. Ooh, this would be good. Got a lot of armor on it. This has got 200 armor on it. That's 10 chaos. Do I have 10 chaos? This is the next question. I have 8. Ugh. Alright, so we go back here. What do we learn, chat? We use the filters button, and we go 7, because I want to save 1 chaos, just in case I need one. We go max life. OG Hassan says, I'm in my bed watching with my eyes closed at 5 a.m. Is that weird? I won't say it's weird if you won't say it's weird. If, of course, you'd like me to say it's weird, I can say it's weird. Mr. Do As I Like says, I'm playing an armor stacking Cyclone COC DD Golamentalist Le Tank. Yeah, there you go. It's great. It's great to be tanky in PoE. Especially during a league where we have like so many different rewards for stacking up the damage on enemy bosses. Although I am a bit worried at some point. I'm just letting you know. I'm worried at this point that eventually the bosses of the Conqueror's Atlas are going to become like Delve. Especially in softcore. Where we're going to get to a point where players are going to go, well, you're going to die to this like degen or to this move or whatever. You're going to die to it anyway. So rather than stacking defenses, what you need to do is maximize your positioning on learning when not to get hit and just put all of your passives and all of your currency and all of your items into damage. Because killing the boss as quickly as possible is the best way to stay alive. That's the way how people view Delve at the top of the ladders. So that's, for better or for worse, I think that might be where we're actually headed over the next year. Ooh, these have got 353 armor. They've got all resistance all over them. Do I need the dex that's on here? I don't think so. That's for 2 chaos. Although it's going to be really tough to get those links. Right? Because this is just a straight armor base. So it'd be really tough to get 3 blue. Oh, this one already has 3 blue. Doesn't have 300 armor. It's got 232 though. It's slightly more expensive. It's 5 chaos. These are the same base, which means it wouldn't be that difficult to get the same links. Yeah, I think that's the one for me, but of course that guy's not going to be there now. Come on, mate. You can respond to me, can't you? I could always just socket my Stone Golem and Pride into the gloves and then move this over to the Carapace. That's something I could do. Mike McLuhan says, just found my 3rd chaos. Next run I'll be able to make a deposit. Hey, there we go, Mike. That sounds good. Wait, you mean that's not how you play PoE? Yeah, I know, right? Maybe I just run with these gloves. I could probably just like scour these gloves and recraft them with something better, with another essence. Let's try that. Yeah, there's nothing on here that I need. Alright, what's a good essence here? Gloves adds physical. Adds physical? I don't need adds physical. I'm sorry. Gloves. Adds fire damage to attacks. Increased attack speed. Increased attack speed might not be bad, actually. Yeah, let's do increased attack speed. See what it does. Let's see what we hit with this. Absolutely nothing. Oh, that's great. Well, we got our 10% attack speed. We get to keep our colors. And what else was I looking to do here? Oh, that's right. All resistances. I'm not sure if I can hit. I can hit all attributes. I think I'm 61. Yeah, 61 cold and lightning. So let's do cold and lightning. There we go. Oh, look at that! We got a crafting challenge complete. That's fantastic news. These gloves are so bad. Alright, let's go find a map. Have we done all of our tier 2s? Looks like not all of them. But we've done all the ones that we have. Do I like the leyline map? No, I like Mesa map. Do I like Vol Pyramid? I don't. Do I like Museum? I don't. I like Cage. I like Cage map. Let's go see if we can run some Cage maps. Do I have any transmutes? I do. Alright. Let's go do this. Let's go do some Cage maps. See what's any good. What's up, Grinnell89? Does anyone know how to get higher tier maps? I'm stuck repeating tier 4 to 6 maps without any higher drops. Yes, you can ping pong your Atlas back and forth between zones. Put one stone into a zone. Get the interaction there by running 3 maps. And then once that stone drops, go to the adjacent zone, run again, and then get that stone drop, and then keep ping-ponging back and forth as you go. That's at least what I've been doing. But I think I'm only at 6. I think I'm at 6 watchstones. So it all depends on how many watchstones you're at. Oh, look at this. This is just flying by. It's so broken that you continually get that energy shield off of Spirit Offering. Like every time it pops, you just get that energy shield again. So you don't have to be worried about your energy shield recharging. You just got it again. Technically on this guy's build, he's also got Unwavering Stance on his passive tree. I'm not taking that because while I'm cycloning, I can't get stunned. So that's an example of altering the build just a little bit. Because I have got my own ideas about how to play and my own play style that I'm going to have. So most of the time if I'm close to a pack, I should just be straight up cycloning. For my own playstyle. It doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be the fastest. Other players are going to find faster ways to do it, but that's just probably how I'm going to be running it. Do I need another lookout map? I don't know. Oh, there we go. 69. Nice. Can we get a nice in chat? On a Friday night, G3 Iron hits level 69. Nice. Ooh, that was spooky. Oh, he's there now. He's there now with the awesome gloves. Now that I just spent 3C on crafting these crappy gloves. That's funny. Where's the portal? Did we make it? Did he kick me out of... No, he's there. Okay. Whew. Where's your stash, buddy? Where's your stash, buddy? 2 chaos. Give me them gloves. Yeah, look at them gloves. 300 armor on there. Oh, I'm gonna swap this up. I'm gonna swap this so much. Although I do lose a blue link then. What's my red link here? It's brutality. So I could do brutality and melee physical. That's what I could do. Brutality, melee, physical. I'll lose death mark support, but that's okay. I can live with that. Do you plan on doing the Metamorphs? Yeah. If I drop over and collect the Metamorphs, I'm gonna do the Metamorphs. Or are you referencing something else? Maybe you're referencing something else. That's just what I'm gonna do. If I bump into him, I'm gonna run him. Oh no, I don't have any armor scraps. Do I? Do I have any armor scraps? No, I had one more armor scrap. The quality on this, it doesn't matter. There we go. Let's get the 4 link right away. There we go. 4 link. Even though I didn't need it. I also do need to link this again into a 4 link then. Okay. Alright, so gloves. Stone golem. Anything else that needs to go in here? Pride as I'm leveling it. Anything else? I don't think so. Alright, 4 link. There we go. Perfect. Took 1 fusing. Summon skeletons. Minion damage. Brutality. And then we need melee physical. I'm actually out of a blue link for my summon holy relic. Do I need all of this? I need all of this. I need all of this. I need Flame Dash. I need another blue. Okay, so this needs to have one blue on it. There we go. 2. I got 2. Which means we can run Stone Golem, Pride, Holy Relic, and then I could put Deathmark on my Holy Relic. Yes! Yes! The build is truly coming together now. Alright, let's go pick up Melee Physical from Lillian Act 6. Monitor LSD says, hey guys, now Necromancer is available? Yeah, Necromancer is good. Necromancer is good. Grinnell says, honestly, I don't know how the new Atlas works exactly. Hey man, that's okay. We're all working it out. It's just now a week old. So we are all working it out. Melee Physical, right there. Boom. Yep, just keep running different maps in the same zone. So once the Atlas... the Atlas guy who you are chasing in that zone has taunted you 3 times. Like on the 3rd time, that's when you'll be able to talk to Zana to enter into his citadel. So make sure that you're checking and talking to Zana, because if you are not talking to Zana, then you might actually be missing out and already able to interact with the boss and get your watch done. So always make sure you're doing that. Hey, there's our first Divine Vessel of the league. That's fun. Also, I'm debating if I should swap my Golem from a Stone Golem right now, because he's just giving me life regen, to either a Chaos Golem for additional physical mit, or if I go Carrion Golem, because Carrion Golem gives more deeps. So, also, you'll notice I don't have an Animated Guardian set up yet. That's just because I don't have the items for it. Don't have the items, don't have the currency, don't have the spots for it yet. But when I do have him, he'll probably go in these 2 slots in the On Heritage with Minion Life, maybe Meat Shield. Maybe he'll go in the 4-link with a Minion Life and Meat Shield on maybe the Spectres, because I like to keep my monkeys close to me. That's just me, though. There we go. Vol Summon Skeletons, Pop Spirit Offering, Deathmark, because the Holy Relic is the one with Deathmark, and Watch Him Die. Alright, there we go. Easy. Hey, there's a Vault map. I don't think I had Vault done. Do we have the Metamorph? I feel like I'm not fully collecting all of these now, since I don't have to click on them. I like not clicking on them. Chris Wilson, don't hear what I'm not saying. I like not having to click on them. I feel like I'm missing monsters now more. But that's probably because I'm actually clearing at a faster speed now. Wow, my computer does not like this interaction. That was a lot of bad guys. We'll collect these for the Chaos recipe. Are there boots here? Hearing and seeing none. Where's my portal? There it is. Phoenix says, I got enough parts to make 4 Metamorphs in the guild stash. Okay, we can go do that. Let's go do that. Let's go see what this build is like against 4 Metamorphs. Let's go have fun with that. So, for those of you who don't know, one of the things that we've been doing is we've been testing out exactly how good these Metamorphs are. So we're looking for at least 3 lines of currency is what we're looking for. So we're trying to do 20 runs. This is a brain, but do I already have a brain in here? Yeah, I've already got a brain. So now I just need a liver. No, I've already got a liver. I need a lung. And a heart. There we go. So we're trying to do 20 runs just to test out exactly how profitable these can kind of be on some level of consistency. So we're trying to do 20 runs with 3 lines of currency on it and see how much currency we make back. If we make any currency back. Yeah, that's a lot of incubators on there. Not that great at currency. The currency off of that one was basically Jeweler's Orbs and an Orb of Chance. There's an Orb of Alchemy, but these Incubators, Catalysts are nice. The Porcupine, that's probably still a few C. Right? The Splinters are probably a few. That's some pretty terrible boots. Alright, so let's put this in our... Where's our experiments? Tane's tests, 20 runs for the guild. Oh wow, we found an On's Heritage as well. I forgot that the other night. We found one. That was 3 Jeweler's Orbs, 2 Jeweler's Orbs, and a Chance. And a Fusing. Plus this. I forgot to empty out my inventory before I ran that. That was stupid of me. Come on, Iron. What are you thinking? Drop this into my Tane stash. Where did it go? Here it is. This one's a heart. Does that one have currency on it? That does have currency, so let's use that one next. Since that's one that we've gotten. Okay, so this is a heart. So we need a brain. This has already got 1 currency item, so this is now 2 currency items. This would be 3. Right, we got a liver, a brain, and a heart. So we need eyes. And I keep wanting to say kidney. Already got a heart. I need a lung. There we go. Let's grab a lung with additional essences. Rajan says, Yo G3, do you have a specific plan? This league, my plan is to at least double my delve depth last league, which is going to be difficult. Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, my plan for this league was to run the guild bank. And so that is what we are doing with some level of success. We're sitting on 2 mirrors right now, plus a couple dozen other exalteds that we've been flipping. Several chaos, a couple hundred orbs of annulment. So, hey, look at that, folks. Look at that. Look at that. So, I guess Metamorph bosses can be good. So now I have to put that in chat, right? I have to put that in guild chat. Streamer RNG confirmed. Anything else that we want on here? Yeah, since the 2-stone ring. It's got a lot of mana on it and non-channeling. Cool. Right? What was I looking for here? 20 tests. Oh no! I'm running out of space. I'm running out of space for all this great stuff. I'm going to need a second tab for 20 tests. 20 tests. What are we at now? So this was tests 1 through 5. Tests 1 through 5. This is tests, what? We're going to say 6 through 8 for now, because we can run a couple more. Currency. I think it's one of those profitable in bulk kind of things. Yeah, that's fair. We could now go for quite some time and not drop another piece of currency, right? Another big piece of currency. So that's totally possible. We need a lung here. We need a brain. How many currencies do we have? We have 1. We have 2. Okay, so we're just looking for 3. That's all we're doing here. We're not being greedy. Are these eyes? Nope, that's a liver. Drop additional divination cards? Sure, we'll have that drop there. Like, if you want to do the odd one and make money, it won't work. Yeah, I don't think so. I think this is something... similar to... similar to Legion League, where you want to spam as many of these as you can. Kind of like it was, hey, spam as many legions per hour as you could. So, that's what we're looking for. Hey, there's the Earth Drinker. That's a good div card. Whole bunch of Parandus coins. Whole bunch of what else? Just a whole bunch of Parandus coins. Do note we're not even testing this out yet for to see what drops once we actually get full juice on it. That is a note as well. Test 6 through 8. That one was decent. Not that great though. Let's look here. Here's a heart. Oh, that's right. You can't control click out of guild. Here's a liver. So that's 2. Oh, that's currency shards, not currency items. That's a brain with currency items. Uh-oh. Do I have any... Whoops, that's not my stash. Do I have any I can contribute? I've got... Here we go. I've got a lung. And then what do we need? We got brain, heart, liver, lung. So we need eyes. Here we go. Widow's Eye drops a rare weapon. Let's drop this in. Summon some skellies, start popping. Yeah, let's see what we get here. Cannot be fully slowed. Resist elemental. Too bad I do a bunch of physical. Oh, we got a stacked deck there. That's good. Those are worth anywhere between, you know, 1 alteration to several exalted, depending on what you pull. Jungle Valley map. These are all relatively low maps. I wonder if the maps that you get off of these drops have anything to do with the item level. Do you want me to run more maps for parts? I think we've only got enough for one. We don't have enough for one more. Do we? Do we have enough for one more? Currency? Yeah, I don't have another one. Yeah, so we'll call it there. That was actually 7 runs. Test 6 and 7. So right now, the 2 tabs that we've got are up to 7 runs. This is in 7 runs. This is what we've made. It's a lot of currency. I'll just say that. It's a good amount of currency. So, I like it. We'll see if we find any more in these maps that I do. Which I was running cage map, right? That's what I was running. Whoops, cage. I like me the cage map. Cage and pen I like because they're both pretty linear in their progression. Like, they're circular in their design, but they're pretty linear in how you move about them. So I like that. I like that a lot. I'm debating, though, this passive node, this entire tree, if it's really worth it to go grab Tireless. It's a lot of life, but like the reduced mana cost really doesn't matter, and it's only 4% life. Whereas if I come up here and I grab Sovereignty, it increases the buffs that you get, and it's going to mean that I could also not only reserve for... Oh, I don't even have Carapace reserved right now. I could not only reserve for Carapace, but I could also reserve for Pride, which would be really good. Yeah. At some point I really am going to go back to town and try out the Bone Golem, the Necromantic Golem. But at the moment, I feel like DPS is doing fine. Like, it'll make me go a little bit faster, but rather not lose any time from dying, right? Time and XP. And realistically, I just need to be a bit more vigilant about hitting my Convocation, because the zombies are doing fine for damage. Clearing all this trash, zombies are doing fine. Like, for crying out loud, my Cyclone is actually doing damage to these guys. So, I have like 0 damage built for melee damage. Like, that's just pretty hilarious. I think this map is actually shorter than Pen. I think Cage is. I might be wrong, though. I feel like there's less monsters. Speaking of less monsters, I probably need to go chat with Zana and Kirak. See if there's where I need to be at next. Because I didn't even look where Cage is. on the influence chart, or on the atlas, to see if it's a spot that's eligible for me to be pushing right now. I'm literally just grinding for XP right now. Grinding for XP and pure chaos drops. Oh baby. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna make 1 million chaos. 1 chaos at a time. Actually, how many stash tabs would that be? That'd be a lot of stash tab slots, right? Because stash tab slots are maxed out at 5,000 for holding different values of things. Sounds like too much math for me right now. Are we close? I think we're getting close. That guy die? Yeah, he died. Him dead. Can't forget about this pack right here. There we go. One of the problems is this boss is only a single boss, so he doesn't have much chance to drop a whole bunch of stuff. So that's a bit of a bummer. Yeah, I missed out, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. He showed up. Nope, got them all. Gotta catch them all. Oh, and it's still short. Alright, so when it's short, is there currency anywhere? No? That's a bummer. Oh well. Did we do it fast enough that our Vol Summon Skeletons is still going to be here? That's the real question. Wow, look at all that ground degen. Jeez. Get over here, guys. Just a ton of ground degen. Courtyard map, catalyst, essences. Alright, away we go. Talamawana, stranger. $1 million C is only about a stash tab worth of exalts. A little over. Oh, that's interesting. It's a good way to think about it. Ooh, do I have Moon Temple? Lava Chamber. I don't have Lava Chamber. Where's Lava Chamber on here? Ooh. So I could complete this. What region is this? Glen Karnak? Okay. So let's go do this one, huh? So blue. Wait. So if I put a blue here, I can't. That's right, I think I have to come down here, right? New Vestir. That's what I have to do first. Right, if I put one in here, then it'll spawn the yellow one. The yellow conqueror. Yeah, so I think I can just fight here in Glenek, I think. Kazana doesn't have anything for me to do right now. I think I'm doing this right, chat. Which probably means I'm doing it wrong. But we'll see. We'll have fun either way. At least I'll have fun. Well, my skeletons won't have fun. My poor skeletons are like, Master, you just summoned us. I'm like, excellent. Give me more of you. No, but Master. Please, Master. Come back. The answer is no. I need more of you. But Master, every time you summon more of us, it doesn't actually give you more of us. It just gives you new versions of us. Are we just refreshed cooldowns to you, Master? Yes, the answer is yes. Talk to Kirak. You gotta put the stone in the round tower on the map, the squares on the side. Yeah, the squares on the side are just storage, but if you store them on the side and you ping-pong it back and forth, that's what I was doing the other day when I was actually in a groove and had it going. If you store them on the side and you ping-pong back and forth and you have the right numbers in the right spots, then you can just really quickly grab a couple of them. And it's like, hey, over the course of 6 maps, you just grab two stones. Which maybe I'm just doing it wrong right now. Kirak, yeah, that's how you activate Zana. Yep. Wouldn't you want to run maps where that yellow influence is? Yeah, I think that's what I'm supposed to be doing right now, because I've got him up there. See, look at you, CF Worthy, being all logical and stuff. Here I am, I'm like, where is there not influence? Can I get influence to spawn even though the other influence is here? How can I break my atlas? Hey, level 70. That is good news. The only minions who are not cooldowns to me on this build is every minion except skeletons. So actually, I guess that should make skeletons feel extra bad, shouldn't it? Ooh, this actually is pretty bad damage for Legion. I should have swapped over to my ED just for this encounter. Yeah, this is actually pretty bad for Legion. Ugh. I had forgotten. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Oh, nice. Orb of Annulment. There we go. I think that's like the second one that I've dropped this league. I think I dropped a Divine, an Exalt, and an Annulment so far. For my personal stash. Get in here. Everyone get in here. You get a zombie. You get a zombie. Everyone gets a zombie right on top of them. It's good news. Behold, I bring you tidings of good news and great joy. A zombie has been reborn. Alright, now this boss, I believe, I was reading you can actually spawn the Metamorph on top of the fire, and the fire will degen the Metamorph boss. But we'll find out if that's true. They might have patched it. I do feel like there have been a couple of patches, a couple of significant patches the last couple of days. Oh, there she is. Where'd she go? Go get her, fellas. Who cares if she's on the fire? We have overcapped fire resistance. And look at our energy shield. We just keep popping. Yeah, see? It's totally fine. Totally normal. 110% fine. We'll just keep getting 800 energy shield back. Dory said, how did I miss Iron Stream for 2 hours? I don't know, dude. Alright, so if I summon... Oh, that's definitely on it. So let's wait and then let's summon. Alright, come here, Tane. Put these in real quick. Fire up. Spawn. And let's see what the fire does to you. Oh yeah, the fire definitely does damage. Oh, that's great. It's not broken or anything. It really isn't. That's just fun. That's fun that there's like little environmental things that you can do to Metamorphs. Solomia says, can someone tell me why G3 started over? Because I like Necros. I still have my Essence Train guy. He's still doing great. I'm still going to scale a whole bunch of currency into him. I've just been waiting since Blight to come back over to softcore and play a Necro again. So I'm really excited to be trying it out now. Plus, a lot of people have been complaining that Necros are no longer good this league. And the answer is they still are good. Alright, let's see here. Do I have an arena map? An arena map. I do. So I can run this, yeah? Let's run this and see what happens. Yeah, if I could... My goal, I guess, in building that Essence Train Contagion character from the get-go and League starting with it was because Legion is now core. And it's going to be included... So, like, first off, there's just random chances that you're going to bump into Legion. But then on top of that, once you get Zana quest line going, like at her top level, you can also use Legion as a chaos sync for maps. You can just add legions onto your maps. So I was like, huh, that sounds really broken if I get another good ED Contagion farmer going. And we've got a new mapping system that allows any map we want to be tier 16. That sounds really good. So you just find the best layout for Legion. You find the best layout for spawning legions, for spawning the biggest legions consistently, and then you just run those for 6C each. Quick Ben said, just wanted to stop in and say hi and thank you so much for all the work you put into this channel and community. Keep up the awesome work. Oh, thank you, Quick Ben. That's very, very kind of you. When you thank me, you remind me to thank all of our Patreons, supporters, and all of our kind, wonderful community members like yourself who hang out and make this a fun place to be in. At least for me. If it wasn't fun, then I wouldn't be hanging out. So... So I enjoy hanging out in this community just as much as you guys do. And that's as much a tribute to y'all as it is to me. In fact, I would say it's more of a tribute to y'all. Way more of y'all who hang out and make this place fun than just me. I bring the insanity, you guys bring the fun. Not like the cool metalhead insanity either. Just like the old senile, decrepit, slightly blinding kind of insanity. Slightly Alzheimer's-emic, if that's a word. Alzheimer's-emic? Alzheimer's-like. Dementia-like. Oh, is that a heat shiver? That is. How come you leveling? Shouldn't you be flipping? Says Fossey, lol. I've already made my money for the bank, buddy. At this point, we're just making more. Plus, nighttime, everybody's playing right now. The vast majority of people are playing right now. I've actually got my Exalted set up at a competitive rate. Or had them set up at a competitive rate. How many monsters are left? We already cleared the map. We didn't do the whole bottom side. Alright. Let's do the bottom side. And then we'll summon the Metamorph. More monies, yeah. Superior conservatory map. Oh. Are any conservatory maps truly superior? Someday they're going to come out with an Atlas update, like maybe in 2.0. They're going to be like, Atlas update. You now can roll inferior maps. Yeah. Are inferior... If some maps are superior, does that mean that every map that isn't superior is an inferior map? Hmm. I don't have a monopoly on that. Don't have a monopoly on insanity and dementia? No, I don't. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Official Pope Spike says, hey G3 Iron, how do you change the cursor? You use a program called YOLO Mouse. It is totally legit, totally works, and is totally cool with the terms of service. It doesn't read any files or perform any actions for you. All it does is it creates an overlay wherever your mouse is. That's all it does. And when you're playing a Necromancer like me and you got a lot of effects on the screen and you've got old balding eyes like I do, it's really, really helpful to be able to see as much as you can where exactly you're clicking. Alright, let's summon our Metamorph. Ooh, nice. This one's going to be full. Rusted Scarabs or currency items? Oh, maps? Or let's do maps and not talismans. Rare weapon? Yeah, that's fine. Rare armor? Can we do map item? Let's do map item. Alright, here we go. Oh, I have a whole level that I get to allocate here. That's oh, goodness. See ya. How many of those do you... Oh, my goodness. How many of those are you going to pop? Jeez, buddy. That was kind of scary. Just like, hey, how about a max... How about a max flame blast on top of another max flame blast? How about no? How about you leave me alone? Sheesh. Yeah, you don't have balding eyes, Mr. C? Must be because you're not a boomer like me. It must... that must just be it. Trust me, it'll happen to you. Arezzo says, are you telling me there's non-bald eyes? Oh, that's great. Alright, so... I don't think I can do anything yet. Not yet. Looks like he's a bit out of sorts. It's almost like he's upset that we're farming his zone. Alright, so that's Arena, Caldera, which I think I can just keep running Arena now. I think I read that in the patch notes, that you can just keep running the same map now. So let's try that. Wait, where did it go? Right? You can just run the same map over and over again. Do I have any more transmutes? Hair is a legacy item now. Yeah, didn't you hear when Chris went bald? He made hair legacy. Alright, here we go. They're all done dropping? No, they're all done growing. Jeez. You know, there's actually a... Oh, there we go. Talk to Kirek. Whoa, my computer does not like this. Alright, there we go. Now my computer likes it a little bit better. But wow. Okay, Drox the Warlord is here. Holy. Yeah, I'll just Cyclone in the middle of the whole packs and it doesn't even matter. Jeez. This build is super tanky. If I haven't said that before, I'll say it now. This build is super tanky. I don't know if any of you saw that, but... Those probably 50 porcupines right there. Didn't take any damage. Or whatever damage I took, I just negated it. Or regened it because of the energy shield. I'm just getting like 800 energy shield every single time Spirit Offering pops. Was that a Volatile Dead I heard? I don't know. I didn't see it. This build might actually be better for farming the Drox area. Because one thing that I noticed about my Essence Drain Contagion is sometimes those the flags, the immortal banners that get dropped by this particular what do you call it? Boss? I don't know. By this guy, by Drox. The banners that he drops can be really annoying for Essence Drain Contagion to take out from a ways away. It's almost like reverse proximity shield. In that regard. Like, proximity shield, it's like, well, I just need to get into the center of it. Or even contagion will spread into it. But those things, it's like, nope, good luck making anything happen inside there until you've taken out the banner. So you have to go in and single target something, which can be quite difficult. Atlas mission from Einhar. Nice. Now, if I wasn't farming for XP right now, I would probably actually just leave this map. Because we already got him to taunt us once, which means we just need to farm 2 more maps in the region. And then we're good to have another fight with the Conqueror. But, because I'm farming XP and things are going pretty well. Okay. A peer map. Why did I pick up a tier 1 map? Volcano map, that's tier 3 now, right? Yeah, that's okay. Wow. When the invulnerable banner also has bonus energy shield and regen? Okay. I guess the banner's not invulnerable, right? When the banner that makes other things invulnerable has got extra energy shield and regen. Sheesh. What are you supposed to do? Hey guys, jump the wall. Come over here. Just convoke. There we go. Master, we're trying to get to you, but we just can't. There's a wall. We're level 18 zombies, but we're not quite sentient yet. Actually, are these level 18? Are these guys 18? Where's my inventory? I know how to play this game. Oh, there's 17. Okay. I'm getting +4. So that's pretty good. I still love that helmet, by the way. That helmet is probably my favorite thing about this build. Oh, actually, the aspect of the crab is actually pretty cool. I'm liking that part of it as well. Just having all this physical mitt. Just going into the middle of these porcupine packs and just not caring whatsoever. Just keep spinning. Just keep spinning. That's what Dory said to Nemo. Just keep spinning. Hey guys, what kind of build did Dory play when she played PoE? Cyclone, because she just kept singing, just keep swinging, just keep spinning. Oh my goodness. I really do hate these banners. They do the same thing to me that Proximity Shield does. They absolutely trigger me. They have made it way harder to farm Metamorphosis? Oh no! Since you can't target certain organs? Oh, that's lame. That's very lame. So then all those community tools that everybody just developed this week, are those all dead now? Is that what I'm hearing? Because that would be pretty lame. Alright, where did I miss here? Up here in the top left? That's fine. That's fine if we missed up there. Alright, currency. Currency. Drops additional blight oils. Yeah, let's do that. Drops an enchant helmet. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, is it going to be the big fireball guy again? Do I see a fireball underneath me yet? No, not yet. Oh, there's the cycloner guy. Where's the fireball guy? That's a big porcupine. It's not too bad. That wasn't too bad. What was that helmet? What is this degen? What was that helmet? Explosive arrow. What's the eye level? Only 72. I might be able to actually sell that this league. What's explosive arrow going for as an enchant? Maybe nothing good. Alright, talk to Kirak. Alright, so he's at Waterways, Caldera. Is that Caldera? Travel to Drox's Citadel. Let's go get another Watchstone. Yeah, I think Friday night U.S. time is the antithesis of Sunday afternoon U.S. time for trades. I've gotten barely any trades tonight. CF Worthy says, I used to pull out the camera every time the baby started crying. Would offend her to the point of stopping crying. Nice! Yeah, my littlest one is just in the room adjacent to me. But it sounds like she has gone back to sleep. Thanks to the hard work of my beautiful wife. Alright, what else did I want to take? I think I want to take these reserve nodes. Because I got a whole bunch of points that I'm still going to get. I'm only level 70, so I've got at least 10 more points that I can get. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 points, and then here's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that brings me up to level 80 if I do that. Oh look, more invulnerable shields. Break them. What is the zone? This zone? Monster level 75. This should be incredible XP. Right? 82 mil per hour? That's probably just because of my clear speed, right? It's actually not that good. Also could be because these stupid banners. Life regen, great. Where's the banner? Kill the banner. Kill the banner and the rest will follow. This should have been called I'm going to start calling this guy the Napoleonic Warfare boss. Because he just sends his troops out marching underneath flags in rows, wearing uniforms that are all too bright and helpful to the enemy to target him. Well, I'm actually taking damage here. Whoa. Did you guys see that? I actually took damage for a second. That was actually almost scary. Although my zombies are still alive as well. Zombies are doing just fine. Alright, portal to the right and then a portal to the middle, to the boss. What's he got? Hexproof? Extra damage? Can't even finish reading his stats because he's already dead. Oh, but I guess zombies aren't very good anymore. Yeah, I guess not. Again, this isn't tier 16s or anything, so I get it. I get it. And you know, sometimes for some people the style of zombie play, the style of summoner play just isn't that great. Some people don't like the style, and that's fine. But if you don't like the style of something, then don't make a comment on its viability. For instance, for me, I will step out on a limb here. This may offend some of you. I do not like the style of gameplay that is Frostblades. I've tried playing Frostblades on multiple Ascendancies. I've never enjoyed it. It's not whether or not it works, I just don't enjoy it. And so I'm not going to comment on Frostblade builds saying, oh, you really need to change this, and oh, Frostblades and the nerfs to this item are going to change this. Like, I might be able to say that from a game knowledge standpoint, but the reality is I have to be transparent and say, you know what? I don't like playing Frostblades, and so any feedback I'm going to give somebody on a Frostblades build is going to be influenced, if not completely shaped by and tainted by the fact that I simply don't like playing that build. Doesn't mean that you have to be completely biased. You can still give your opinion, but if you're not willing to at least acknowledge that you don't like the playstyle before you just start spouting off things that you don't like about the playstyle, it, at least in my mind, it calls into question a bit of the concerns that you make stated. Essential Surgery says, Iron, help my man. I need to bar RNG. I can't get my last Ascendancy trial to spawn in SSF, and I'm at level 90 now. Oh, that hurts. Level 90 and you haven't gotten your last trial? Ouch. Dude, may the RNG be with you on this blessed Star Wars weekend. I hope the RNG goes with you. Kevin Barkuzzi says, asks, do you have Zombies and Spectres 6 linked? No, my dude. We are taking on, like, just the first row of watch guys, of Citadel bosses. Like, not, this isn't, like, end-to-end game. This isn't tier 16 maps or anything. But we've got just a bunch of 4 links. That's all I've got. The best thing that is linked right now is actually my Cyclone, which is on a 5 link, because of these Elder Boots that have socketed gems are supported by level 20 Fortify. That's literally the biggest link that I've got right now, is my Fortify, Desecrate, Spirit Offering proc mechanism, which doesn't do damage. So, like, you really don't need much damage on these guys. These guys do plenty of damage, and their damage just gets better the more links you put into them. So once I'm able to 6-link the Carapace, my chest piece, that'll be good. That'll be a big boost. Coloring that is going to be a pain for my zombies or my skeletons. Either way, it's going to be a pain. I guess I can do damage on full life support as a red gem, because there's going to be a lot of red gems on there. So I probably should open up a portal, just in case I die here. It's going to be a long way to walk back. Be quite embarrassing. Alright, let's go kill Comb. Caldera of the King. Woohoo! What if he just one-shot me as I walked up to him? That would have been pretty hilarious. Cyclone is so broken that you cannot be stunned while you are cycloning. Like, this build has cannot be stunned, This build just has, you know, every 1.3 seconds you're getting 800 energy shield off of Spirit Offering. Or 900 energy shield now. Up to 900 energy shield now. Quick, spawn the Metamorph while my Vol guys are still here. Oh goodness, extra cold damage. Oh, it's a good thing I just leveled up. Now I can die. Hey, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Hey. Hey, where'd you go? Come here. Oh, he's in at core now? Nope, now he's gone. Okay, come here. Get death marked. Does he have proximity shield? What's going on here? Did my skeletons... My skeletons wore out, that's what it is. Okay. Well, he's gonna die. He's got a big degen right there, though. Get away from that. The Infernal King's Lung. Nice. The Twins. Lost Maps. The Alchemist. Nice. Alright, let's go to the Warlord's Keep. Alright, this guy is officially the biggest pain in the butt. The biggest pain in the butt right here. Then again, he might have been a bigger pain in the butt on my Essence Train. I don't know. Okay, so his fist doesn't kill me. At least in his first stage. Oof. It definitely hurts, though. Alright, do I need to kill... I think I need to kill all of his banners, right? Is that why he's not taking damage? No, he's taking damage, okay. Let's fall summon. Oh, there's a banner. Kill that. There's a fist. Did I block that? I didn't even take any damage there. There we go. That time I took some damage. Does he take more damage if I go kill all of the banners? Whoa, that one hurt. I don't think I'm actually hitting that many things with my Cyclone. I think that's why that one didn't hurt that much. I swear, this guy's the biggest pain. Oh, he got me! There he is. Yeah, I think I have to kill the banners. I think I have to kill the banners. Here's me memeing about my 4 links. Maybe if I was on a 5 link, I'd actually kill him faster. Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Alright, what else are we doing here? More reduced mana. Alright, we're getting this set up. This set up. Alright, still have my zombies. My zombies survived all that. Still have my Holy Relic. Anything else? I think that's everything. Alright, in we go. Oh gosh, the rocks. I know the rocks hurt. Oh man! That one actually does hurt. That's slam. Can I target this? Alright, target this one now. Come here, guys. Target this one. Alright, come here, guys. Target this one. Alright, come here, guys. Target this one. He's throwing rocks at us. I guess this guy never went to summer camp and was taught don't throw rocks at people. Jeez. Okay, there go the fists. Here comes more. Whew. Maybe I shouldn't be killing the banners. I don't know. Maybe I'm making less progress now that the banners are up. I feel like his HP stopped dropping considerably, though, once these banners were actually allowed to be up. Whew. Speaking of HP dropping. Holy moly. Yeah, see, his energy shield... Okay, his energy shield is going down now. That's good. But not nearly as much as what it was. Okay, here's more shields. Take out the shields. Take out the shields. Take out the shields. Whew. Yeah, those fists definitely hurt. This fight is a battle of fisticuffs, if you know what I'm saying. He just keeps spawning he's spawning these faster than I can kill them. Yeah. What's he at? He's relatively close. See, this is where if I was a Slayer, he's already dead. This is why I need to have a Slayer. So I can just pop in on fights like this and say, nope, you're dead. His energy shield recharged. Okay. So, I guess that was a phase? That was just too slow? Maybe he's actually standing in one of the banners. Maybe that's what that is. Yeah, to me this fight is just, it's just long. I don't know. Maybe there are mechanics behind it. But I'm not feeling them. I'm not figuring them out. Alright, he's actually taking damage. Nope. Nope. He's back. He's recharging energy shield again. There we go. More Vol. No more of those. There we go. Alright, we got an unset ring. Nice. And we got our second watchstone. Man, that guy is so painful. Ugh, 1 death plus just like a 12-minute encounter. Finally got my second lab done, says Mr. C. Time for regen? Yeah, congrats, dude. Second lab OP. Alright, do I need another dump tab? I'm gonna need one. Do I have open spots over here? Over here? Over here? Over here? Okay, so now what we can do is we can bounce back over to another socket this. So this is where we can store it, and then we can put it over here and get another watchstone. So if I socket this into here, it produces yellow influence. Oof, and those become yellow maps then. Okay, yellow and red maps. So we don't want to do that yet. Jinkies. Alright, I still don't have down here done. Do I have a villa map? Do I have a graveyard? Villa, mesa, or graveyard? Nope. Do I have one here? Villa? Nope. Mesa? Nope. Graveyard? Nope. Do we have one in the guild stash? Villa, graveyard, mesa? Nope. Alright. Any other maps that I can run in here? I could just run a pier or peninsula, actually. Mud Geyser? We could do Mud Geyser and that can drop us 3 if I have any Mud Geysers. Do we have any Mud Geysers? I have 1 Mud Geyser. Alright, let's run it. Let's run it as a Zana map. Yeah, there we go. How many watchstones was that fight? That was a 1 watchstone fight. There was only 1 watchstone in there. First time I've ever cared about Frostbomb in my cast when damage taken setup. Oh, good point. Blinky says, yeah, he used to be completely immune with the banners up, but now he just takes reduced damage. Yeah, it was just with 1 watchstone is all that was on there. So not like a terribly scary fight. Yeah, it's just 1. I'm still missing some citadels. I'm still missing the outer layer on the bottom side of the map. And see, this was the thing. Like in softcore for me, when I'm playing a league in softcore, if there's new mechanics, I want to experience them on like multiple different builds as soon as I can. So I feel like I experienced a decent chunk of new mechanics. I wouldn't say that I've figured everything out. Hardly. You guys have seen that. I've figured hardly anything out. But I've experienced some of it. I experienced like 1 full rotation of fights on my Essence Drain guy, and I was like, okay, that's fun. Let's see what this is like on a Summoner. Let's go back to my roots, go back to my basics. Go really, really tanky. and see what we can come up with. You know, something that's amazing about that whole fight, though, not a single one of my zombies died, and not a single of my Spectre died either. So that's just kind of interesting. That entire fight, all the damage that he did, however much damage it was, not a single minion death. I guess my skeletons died, but not a single minion died who was going to stick around for a while. And I bet you the skeletons didn't even die. I bet you that was mostly duration. Got one more cycle of those. There we go. Atlas mission from Jun. Okay, nice. We can start farming the Syndicate. I'm actually not sure what I'm going to set up my Syndicate to do this this particular league. I know I want to kill the Mastermind a couple of times. Just because that's a fight that I haven't practiced very much, so I'd like to get better at that fight. Because for so long I set up my Syndicate to be just like instance farming for research. That actually completing your Syndicate is actually semi-rewarding sometimes. Now, after the changes that they've made to it. So. Sirkin says, "Hey G3, new character already?" Yeah, I was just saying I like experiencing new mechanics on multiple characters. So my Essence Drain guy is still there. I'm still going to scale some currency into him as I get currency, but I wanted to experience some of the new bosses, some of the new mechanics on a Summoner. And this is actually a style of Summoner that I've never played before. I've never played like Cyclone as a mechanism for proccing Fortify as well as offerings. So I'm liking it. I think this is the smoothest Summoner experience I've ever had. Like, you don't really have to self-cast anything. The only time you have to self-cast something is really when you're summoning skeletons, because you really need to blow something up. Like, let's say, for instance, the Conqueror's bosses, or a map boss or a Metamorph boss. But other than that, zombies are doing well. On a 4-link, I'm just interacting on a 4-link here. Multiple 4-links. 4 links for my zombies. 4 links for everybody, basically. Is this an abandoned citadel right here? Valdo's Rest. Atlas Citadel unlocked. Okay, Mud Geyser is where it's at. There we go. So now we can go do the Metamorph, right? Oh, there's Zana. Let's go do Zana first. Oh, there's more Metamorph components. Let's get those, eh? Yeah, there we go. And that's all of them. So yeah, let's take on the boss. Alright, do we have any more currency? What is this? Drops additional catalysts? Sure, let's do that. Drops rare jewelry. Don't care. Ooh, drops currency, drops Parandus coins. Well, nothing gets it. Oh no, this gets it actually, so that way it's actually juicy. Alright, let's do that. It's actually juicy and will drop us a Metamorph component that we can take back to our laboratory. Excellent. Looks like all that hard work that Dexter put in is finally paying off. Is Tane Octavian just Dexter grown up and morphed into somebody in Rayclast? Is that what this league is? This league is just Dexter's lab, but set in PoE. Phantasmagoria Geode. I don't think I have a Geode done. Do I have Geode? No, I don't have Geode. Give me that Geode. Let's do this, Zana. The strat is to socket stones in regions you don't want to run next. That's right. That's why it's ping-ponging. Thank you for clarifying. Mr. C says, watching you play Necro has inspired me. I have a Toxic Rain Herald of Agony Necro I theory crafted last league, but never got to play it. That was going to be CI with Queen's Hunger that I think will be next. See, there you go. Like, watching this smooth of gameplay, like, with a Cyclone, like, as I've seen some players using it in hardcore solo self-found, and it's nothing short of impressive. Like, it's just like, wow, that's incredibly smooth. You have Fortify all the time. You have you know, a couple hundred extra energy shield that's just constantly being, not regen, but constantly being added on top of your build. So it doesn't count as like energy shield needing to be recharged. It's just every time you're popping Desecrate and Spirit Offering, you're getting that energy shield back again. So that's a lot of regen. Let's see what this can do inside a breach. Ooh, it's a Chayula. Yikes. What if Chayula shows up? I'll poop my pants. Oh boy. Oh, my Holy Relic died, actually. That's something that I just noticed. Oh, jeez. Okay, that was pretty good. Wasn't great. Wasn't good clear. Like, it wasn't nearly as good clear as Essence Drain Contagion, right? But it's a heck of a lot tankier. I would not have been able to stand in the middle of that. I'd have had to kite that around on the outside with Essence Drain Contagion. And just trust that my phase acro is going to be OP and protect me. How do you get Fortify running on a 5-link? So Chris, this is probably the coolest part of the whole build. These boots are Elder boots. They're Elder influence boots that can roll prefix mod, or it's a prefix mod from the Elder that is called Socketed Gems are supported by level 20 Fortify. So you can roll it on those boots, and then you can socket in those boots your Cyclone, along with your Desecrate, along with a cast while channeling, and along with Spirit Offering or Flesh Offering, whichever you would rather. And then when you take your Mistress of Sacrifice passive on your Ascendancy, the various offerings that you choose to use, whether it's flesh, spirit, bone, whatever it is, it will count for you as well every couple of seconds as you are popping those corpses. So you get corpse destruction, you get corpse generation, which is great, because you'll notice I don't really have a whole lot of deaths, at least tonight, to just to stuff exploding from corpse explosions, because I'm usually blowing up the corpse. So there's just a lot of quality of life to it. And then every few seconds I'm just gaining a bunch of energy shield, which you can't see it right now because I'm not even taking enough damage to lose it, but you can see when I take a hit and my energy shield goes down, how it instantly goes back up. That's not because my energy shield recharges anything special, it's just because it's replacing the old energy shield that was coming on to the character that was being added on by Spirit Offering. So every time you're popping Spirit Offering, which is like all the time, you are just constantly getting extra energy shield. So it's not like a build enabling thing that's like, oh, you have to build your entire build around this. Rather, it's just something that's really, really nice and high quality of life. Because that's a good amount of regen. That's the way how I look at it. You can't look at it really as like massive effective EHP, because you are going to take the damage. But you can look at it kind of as a hybrid between effective HP and health regen. Because you're just getting it every time you're popping. Every time you're popping Spirit Offering. And again, this is relatively low tier maps. This is what, a geode with nothing socketed, so relatively low tier. We're still at more than 50. What did I miss here? This map is just so big. Layout is just so large. I feel like Goldilocks. I went into the map. This map's too big! Then I go into like Haunted Mansion. This map's too small! Then I go into Strand Map and I just cry because I can remember how good Strand Map used to be. This map got nerfed just right! Alright, I think that's going to be good. I'd rather do this. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Rather than rare weapon. Give me some essence splinters, dude. I like me some splinters. There's just so much on the screen that metamorphs generate. Oh my gosh. I think it's unparalleled just in terms of the number of monsters that get put into the screen. Maybe it's rivaled by like Legion or Blight, like in terms of total number of monsters, but all in one unique spot. Like Blight at least, you know, spreads out and hones in on a spot. Breach at least fans out. Whew. This is just ridiculous. Did we already do the Metamorph? Yep, we already did. This league certainly benefits from the cull. Yeah, I was thinking about, actually, I've said this a couple of times here on stream and on video and on our Discord, on our G3 Guild and Patreon Discord, that I think culling strike support is actually going to be like a suggested and or mandatory support on weapon swap this league. Like, I think a lot of people are going to run culling strike just because if there's 10% left on a boss, and it's one of the reasons why I want to run a Slayer next. That'll be my third build, I think. Will actually be a Slayer. Just because if you get a boss low but you can't quite get him over the hump, or it's just not fast enough for you to get him over the hump, just swap onto another character. As long as you got portals, swap onto another character, take him out. Alright, so Mud Geysers. Did that drop anything for us? Villa, Graveyard. Let's grab all the maps from our dump tabs. So, you know, namely all the maps that we just dumped in here. Any other maps? Any other maps? Maps. Any other maps? There's a whole bunch of maps. There's got to be one map that's available for down in the very bottom, right? Out of these, what, 25 maps? Watch, not a single one will be connected to that bottom region. Let's find out. Did she update? I think she updated. Oh, Graveyard. I think Graveyard was one of them, right? Yeah, Graveyard. There we go. Boom. Let's do a Graveyard Atlas mission on a white map. Boom. For Zana. Ooh, Ragin says, Sirius unlocked. Hope I don't brick. There you go. Well, let's hope you don't brick, mate. Give us a progress update. Alright, so I believe they reworked this map, right? So the monsters for the boss are a little bit different now. Was this the one that they did it to? I think they did. I think stuff comes in waves now, right? Or am I misremembering which map? Am I thinking of the unique map? The unique Graveyard map? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I need to figure out how I can squeeze in Dread Banner. I think I've got enough mana to do it actually right now. I need to do that the next time I go back. Because that'll give Impale bonuses for all my minions. That'll be quite a good DPS increase. It will be noticeable. Oh, look at this. Whole bunch of Metamorphs. Nice. Give me those components. Hey, here's Zana. Alright. Laboratory, Mud Geyser. I think we want to do the Mud Geyser. Which one has more quantity and pack size? This one's got more quantity and pack size. CF Worthy says, I'll give you a like, but I hope it doesn't discourage you from getting some sleep. Oh, my bald eyes wouldn't be sleeping right now anyway. I would just be resting my eyes. That's what us boomers call it. Mission complete. Okay, well, that was an easy mission, right? It's actually kind of funny that she still gives you missions. Because that's a pretty old mechanic that they've kept for a while. That Zana gives you missions. Like, and now that Master XP stays between leagues, it's kind of like, well, she's already level 7 on my reward favor with her, so... Oh, there's a volatile. Get away from me. Ooh, Cassia. Another way to play this build is actually to do the exact same setup, except for your damage. Instead of like zombies and skeletons, you do basically like a Poet's Pen setup, where you're popping volatile dead. Interact with to begin the encounter. It's branching exile. Oh wow, she gave me quite a bit. Let's do this here. Let's do this here, and let's do this here. It's branching exile. Throw Skellies over there. Nice. It's branching exile. Did they turn down the amount of times that she screams? I don't hear her getting all excited. Maybe it's just not branching, huh? Maybe she just doesn't need to tell me it's branching because it's not branching. Yeah, I guess it wasn't. Bummer. Not a very big one. Ooh, Rockbreaker. Maybe we play Golemancer at some point? Speaking of golems, I said a while ago I was going to go get that, swap over to the more offensive bone golem. Oh, there's some oils, nice. Pop this. Grab this. Nothing. What else am I doing? I think this one's still the Zana map, right? Do you ever lose track if you're still in a Zana mission? Yeah, this is the Zana mission. You can tell because it says, mission complete. Talk to Zana. Alright, so here's a good question tonight. We've been asking it off and on throughout the night. How do you feel about the new Atlas? What are your thoughts on the new Atlas? I've got my own thoughts. I'm probably going to share them in a video, a more extended video during Christmas week. But what are your thoughts? Oh, it's the boss, that's why. I'm like, why is this moving underground? Because it's an underground boss, silly Billy. So I will be sharing my extended thoughts on the new Atlas at some point. I'm probably going to make an Atlas guide video, but I'm also going, once I actually have it figured out. But I'm also going to make a commentary a bit, give some feedback and some thoughts. Okay, so is this that we're full? Yes, it is. Yeah, that's good. 28 monsters remain. That's fair. Whoa, that's a lot of damage. It's a good thing we missed that. Wow, this is a lot of damage. Dude, holy Metamorph. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Jeez. Okay, can we chill with the frost bombs? The frost balls? Jeez. Okay, we got a brain. We got a crappy breach ring. Got some maps. That's nice. Got some splinters of ash. That's nice. Why, thank you. Talamawana, Metamorph. Fossy Bear says he hates it. CF Worthy says, I'm off to bed. Be sure to give those eyes plenty of rest. I will. I will rest my eyes at some point here tonight. So Fossy says he hates the new Atlas. That is a fair opinion. Noobs for Life says, had a weird experience this league. Got a Victorious Cherry, Allure Boots, and a Queen's Decree. Wow. Well, I guess the game's telling you what it would like you to play. Question is whether or not you want to play it. Mr. C says, I haven't gotten to it yet, so obviously I don't have a very informed opinion, but at least lore-wise, I think it's really cool. Yeah. Nobody in chat... I was actually in chat with a whole bunch of guildies on Discord when I first got to maps last weekend. Or first got to the epilogue. And I was just like, okay, this is cool. They did a great job with this. You can definitely tell that their writing has improved. Their story writing, putting together different missions, putting together different characters in different spots. All of that has improved over the years at GGG. Alright, here's the arena. This is the one with the 3 bosses. I was right. This was the one that they did change. Striker Eve says, hi, when did the stream start? It looks like maybe 2 hours-ish ago. 2.5 hours-ish ago. So welcome. It's been a pretty slow night for trading and for flipping, so we are leveling up our second character of the league. Our Necro, we'll get him into the mid-80s. We'll get some progress here on the new Atlas. And then probably my altoism will kick in, and I'll want to build another character. And at some point that character is going to be a Slayer. I'm not sure if that's going to be my third character or not. Or if my third character will be the Deadeye that we showed off as the featured build yesterday, or earlier this morning. Depending on where you live in the world. Ooh, what do we get? We got a Twitzel. Nice. That's probably a terrible one this league. It's probably a terrible one every league. Hey, there's a villa map. That's exactly what we needed. Alright, let's go empty our inventory. Wolf's the name says, I need to look more into the actual mechanics. They aren't intuitive as to how you get the stones or whatever to upgrade the maps. Yeah, I wonder from how many new players like that haven't ever made it to maps before. I wonder how many new players like that are going to say, wow, this was awesome. Players who don't necessarily have anything to compare it to. I really wonder what they're going to say. Wait, what? My guild alchemies, I have 7 guild alchemies. Let's put that in the guild bank. I don't need an entire tab for 7 alchemies. This is like my 6th dump tab, but I don't care. It's where it's all going. Except for the maps. Maps can actually go in their proper tab right now. That's what we're interacting with. Ooh, nice. Good drop. Let's drop these in the tab. Alright. Fossey says it's the most anti-grope play thing they have ever done with the new Atlas system. Paul says, would like it better if there weren't drop map level bugs. Hate not being able to see the whole Atlas. Yeah. That's a good point. Alright, so let's do a villa map. Hey. Yeah. Let's do the villa map. And hopefully he'll taunt us in this map. Hopefully. I am 1 passive point away from getting sovereignty. So that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. Oscar says, bit confusing and not sure yet if I love it or hate it. I think I'm in that same boat at the moment, which is one of the reasons why I haven't come out with an opinion video on it yet. Waiting until next week when I've actually had a little bit more time to interact with it on multiple different characters. Essential Surgery says, well, I've had 2 Zoph's Breachstones, but no Ascendancy yet. QQ. Striker Eve says, first time making it to maps was last night. I'm not deep into them yet, but so far it's been fun and straightforward. Hey, that's great. I'm glad to hear that. When other people have fun playing PoE, I have fun. I have fun knowing that other people are enjoying a game that I've spent a whole lot of time learning and sharing and teaching other people how to play. So I like that. Not everybody is cut out to be a teacher, and I certainly am not cut out to be a teacher of a lot of things. But I figure when I'm learning something new in PoE, I might as well share it. And so I'm glad that a lot of new players are enjoying the Atlas. And at the moment, I guess technically we're all new players to the Atlas, right? Or at least to this version of it. Diego says, hey Iron, how do you change your mouse pointer in PoE? This is not in PoE, this is actually a third-party program. It's called YOLO Mouse. If you just Google YOLO Mouse, you will be able to see what this program is. It's just, all it is a mouse overlay. That's all it is. So it doesn't violate the terms of service. It's not a bot. It's not a third-party program even per se. It's all it is just a UI overlay for your mouse on your computer. And so it doesn't ping the server. It doesn't interact with the GGG server. It doesn't perform any actions for you. It's not a script. So totally legal for the terms of service, and it's just really, really helpful to actually see where your mouse is, especially when you're running a summoner build and you got a million things flying across your screen. So I find it quite helpful just to know where exactly I'm looking. Or rather, where exactly I'm pointing. Sometimes I die because I'm pointing in a direction that I'm not looking. That can happen. Ooh, a glass blowers? Yeah, let's take that. Actually, at some point I'm going to need to look at my flasks, because I don't think I've looked at my flasks since like X7. So I'll need to see what kind of upgrades I can get. Because I actually have a considerable amount of life on this build. 4.6k. It's not a ton, but it's enough that I should be using appropriately leveled flasks to take advantage of the amount of health pool that I've got. Museum map. I used to work at a museum. We had museum maps inside our museum. Maps of the museum that would take you to different rooms that also had maps that the museum was featuring. Yo dog, if you like maps, we've got maps that will take you to rooms filled with maps. Alright, here's Domino Oregano. So, just in case I get touched of God. Have you ever seen the true face of God, Exile? Oh, never mind, he died right away. Never mind. Let's summon. This one's not even going to be full, so let's grab... I guess nothing, huh? That's kind of a bummer. Abyssal Jewel or Rare Armor Abyssal Jewel? Can we kill him right away? I guess it is only a tier 2 map, so... There we go. We got a Chaos Orb, Ghastly Eye. Yeah. Some Jewelers, that's nice. One feature I really want to see, says Mr. Mac, is a death recap of sorts. Being able to see who did what damage, how quickly, what debuffs you were affected by, etc. Yeah, Chris Wilson, the lead developer at GGG, is on record as saying that that is probably most likely not going to happen anytime soon. So, just don't hold your breath, is what I'll say for that. They could surprise us with something like that in PoE 2, but I doubt it. They've said there's just too many things going on in the game for the game to track which thing is the thing that killed you. Brand says, hey G3 Iron, got any recommendations for a build I can sink some Exalts into that would be able to farm full awakened bonus tier 16s and bosses? So Brand, I'm actually not sure of any fully juiced, fully awakened bonus tier 16s and bosses that are out there. I'm not aware of anybody who's shown off any builds on that level of content yet. That being said, the best boss killers are always people that are able to stack the most amount of flat damage and then either convert it or keep it physical and then gain a whole bunch of other extra damage as extra. So things like Impale Cyclone Champion are really, really strong for physical damages. Things like Blade Flurry, again, Blade Flurry always gets hated on, but it's incredibly strong. Spells that are really good for boss killing are Essence Drain Contagion. That's at least one of them. Brands are really, really strong, incredibly strong. And then, of course, Miners. Miners are everywhere, blowing everything up because the damage is just ridiculous on a 6-link Tremor Rod. So those would just be a couple of build recommendations. And then, of course, there's Summoners, but I think Summoners' damage is eventually going to drop off as you continue to scale. At some point, you're just not going to be able to fit everything into a Summoners build for the top end stuff. So it's not going to be quite as fast as other stuff. Mr. C says, it feels bad for me at least not having enough time to read debuffs and fights, and I think it would be a great tool for newer players. Yeah, that's fair. I think that's a fair criticism. Okay, so this guy isn't spawning right now. But I think that's because I need to put in a socket. But I can't do this one, right? Oh, I can. Okay, there we go. So if I put this one in, yeah, now I can run 3 maps, and then I can get that one to spawn. Okay. Okay, now I'm getting it. So let's run another Mud Geyser. Were there any others? Burial Chambers? Yeah, I don't have a Burial Chambers right now. Let's see what drops from here. Ragin says, I guess the fight is bricked because there's a vortex at the entrance. I have no idea what to do. Oh, that sucks, dude. Sorry to hear that. Mr. C makes a suggestion for Bran. Eternity Shroud conversion build is one to sink a ton of currency into. Yeah, that's a good one. If you've got the currency for a headhunter farming in legions, and then farming up timeless jewels from the 5-way fights, that's not a bad way to sink a whole bunch of currency into. You can carry people through the fights and charge them for the service of both XP and the completion to open up their 5th part of their atlas. So that's not a bad spot to go into, so that your headhunter can pay off just by providing services for people for doing that. And again, Slayer is always going to be one of the top tier considerations for that style of build. Then again, that's not tier 16s and fully awakened bosses, so I do think like a log out kind of strategy is going to be prevalent though at some point throughout the league. I think people are going to figure out, hey, Culling Strike is really good on bosses that take a long time to get their HP low, and so what's the best class for Culling Strike? Well, it's Slayer. That's got a higher percentage Culling Strike, so use whatever build you want to get the boss down quickly as fast as you can, and then just come in and tap the boss with your Slayer. If that might not be any other player strategies, it's at least going to be one of mine when I build my Slayer. Like, hey, why not have improved Culling Strike? The critique of that, of course, would be, well, or the other option would just be to have the gem with you, right? It's only 10%, but as long as your build can farm the content, then if you can deal 90%, or if you can deal 80% of something's HP, then you probably can deal 90% of its HP, right? Unless bosses have specific, phases that are just tougher for one build than another. At which case, we've got the next year for people to learn the fight and farm it and dissect it. nobody perfected killing the Shaper overnight, so I don't think we're going to do that now. Yeah, I just noticed, Paul X says, yeah, I just noticed that my zombies are dying in some juiced up Metamorph fights. Yeah. Yeah, eventually they die, right? You have to scale up their gem levels, and you got to scale up minion life, and eventually they will die. More often than not, though, I find that I'll die before my zombies will, with the way how I usually build them and support them, but I guess that's because I'm more annoyed when they die than when I do. Hey, there's our bossy boss. Bossy boss is dead. "43 monsters remain." There's still a Metamorph, though. There we go. Was that it, Tane? Was that it? Nope. I'm sick of looking for this last guy. Oh, we did get them all. That's interesting. Whoa, hey now. That's some serious degen. That was some serious degen. Did you guys see that degen? That just ate right through 900 energy shield. Every second, just right away. Whoa, look at that. Look at that degen. Look at that degen. Got a Harbinger orb out of it. But man, that was some serious degen. Still didn't lose a zombie yet. Harbinger orb, twice enchanted. Nice. Another twice enchanted. That'd be nice for when we do Uber Lab. I would make a miner for boss killing, 6-link staff, 6-link helm, and a Combs heart for tank. Right on. Good idea, says James. Wolf's the name says, I'm playing a summoner right now. From what I've experienced, I think minion survivability might be more of an issue than their damage. Could be. Host chieftains. Alright, let's sell this. Oh, nice. Rich said a friend of his just found a mirror. That's pretty cool. Alright, so can we do a geode still in this? Geode is over here. Okay. Well, I don't want a geode over here. I actually don't have any influence spawned yet. So we want to put it here, and then we want to farm here. So let's try it that way. Right? Let's try it that way. Where a stone is socketed opposite the zone that we want to level to. Alright, so let's see how this works. If we go here... Yep, there's Einhar. There's beasts. Come here, beast. Did you get captured? Yeah, you got captured. Stupid beast. Ha 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 ha. Alright, let's come capture this. Everybody's memeing in guild chat now. Oh, I found a mirror. I found a mirror too. I found a mirrored item. Oh, that's funny. Our guild chat can be so silly sometimes. People having fun. It's a good thing. Striker says, what mines are people running for boss killing? Oftentimes pyroclast or icicle mines. That's what I've seen. That's what I've witnessed. That's what the stats seem to be showing. Ghastly Eye, nice. I can use that for minions. Is he gonna go down? Yes, he will. Okay. You get a Meinhar. Moon Temple map, nice. There we go. Just summon the Vol summons. It's fine. I'm not getting stunned. I'm getting frozen. That's what's happening. All right, Einhar, do your thing. Thank you. Can't stand it when they're not dead. They're just floating around in the ether. They're still summoning their aggro mobs that aren't going to give you any drops. Super obnoxious. Do not worry, little beast. How close are we to getting this Metamorph? Probably pretty close. I probably actually passed the boss arena, didn't I? Yeah. Wolf says, are there open spots in our guild? Yeah, mate. Send me an email with your in-game name if you'd like a spot. We always have spots that are unreserved for Patreon supporters. So if you are a Patreon supporter, you just automatically get in. So we always reserve spots for Patreon supporters, but our guild is free to join for everybody. It's just we hold spots for Patreon supporters. I'm sorry I can't guarantee spots for everybody in the universe for free. But as long as we've got spots open, then yes, we do accept new members. And then we just hold spots as we need them for Patreon supporters. Right now the guild is just under 200 members strong, so quite an exciting time to be involved in the guild. Lots of people playing from nearly every region. Oh, is this the boss who's actually off on the side? Is this actually the refinery boss? Is that why I'm not seeing it? No, this is Geode. This should be the arena with the double Chaos Golem. What am I missing here? Is it up here? Here we go. Whew! What am I missing? Just my brain. I still have never gone and gotten that offensive golem. Or gotten Dread Banner. It's too funny. Oops, did we get him? Did we get him? There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Alright, can we summon the Metamorph? We can. Rare jewelry. Rare jewelry. Let's see how this guy goes. We're in kind of a tight corner. Is there degen? No degen, just explosions. And we're fine. There we go. Easy. Just stand in all the degen, stand in all the damage. Just make sure you have Fortify. You'll be fine. Alright. Whew. We got a lot of maps that have dropped. Yeah, that's still Geode. What do I need over here? Blue requires 1 to spawn. Alright, so now that I've got all of our citadels open, we will be able to tackle the next layer of bosses later on tomorrow. Alright, well, as we wrap up here tonight, I'm going to give a big shout out to all of our Patreon supporters. So thank you so much to the 22 people, 21 people right now that are supporting us, as well as all of the many other people who have supported us in the past. Thanks so much for your Patreon support. Thanks so much to everybody for watching tonight. If you'd like to join our Discord channel and be the proud participant in questions that are wonderful like this one, G3 Iron, milk or cereal first? If you'd like to join our Discord, there's always links included in our video descriptions that are always down at the bottom of every video. I don't include those in the stream, but they are at the bottom of every video, so if you'd like to join our Discord and be involved in any of our silly chats, along with all of our various announcements about all of our guild activities, you can do that there. Other than that, this has been a wonderful stream. I've had a great time playing with you all on Innocence's Golden Arse, level 74 Necromancer. I've enjoyed all of the improvements that we've made to this character, where we finally have defenses capped, which are great, at least when we're cycloning. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope that tonight is the very night that a Mirror of Calandra drops for you right here in Metamorph League.